And hello, welcome to the Woodness Guild Campaign 2.
Yes, we don't have a single fight so that it doesn't happen.
Oh man, I'm just...
That way he can at least have 2 episodes.
Yeah.
Gotta just like pump this one out real quick. Okay, well yes, welcome to Woodness Guild Campaign 2. I don't think we have a lot to go over, but we do have a couple shout outs and thank yous. TheDungeonForge.com gave us some cool minis. We ran a cool one-shot with them. Go check them out. Nymphy.
Where do we find them at, Topher?
TheDungeonForge.com.
Thank you.
Informative.
I said that.
You did say it.
Also, Nymphy, who does our art. So if you're looking at us right now, or you were looking at all of our art pieces, all the character pieces, those were done by Nymphy. You can find her on Instagram at nym.t art. Or is it? No, it's nymt.art.
Oh, is it? Oh,
Jesus. NYMTEA.art.
I really hope
Instagram.
that's what we have because that's what's on our, on
Yeah.
our feed. So.
Oh, it should be on the feed too.
Yeah.
Yes. I forgot. We thank these people in real life too. So yeah, outside of that, False Life Dice as well. I don't know if you guys have anything cool. You got 1 dice in the shop right now?
Yeah.
Last time I checked? Okay.
We have a very big shop drop coming, hopefully relatively soon. I'm done with school now, so I can get back to focusing on my business.
God, I wish I was done with school.
The true passion.
A true passion.
The true passion.
Cool.
Yeah, exactly. Cool kids.
I'm going to be using your guys' dice this whole campaign. I'm not going to.
I am as well. I'm
Really?
going to try as hard as I can to use your guys' dice. I have a bunch though.
Well, I gotta tell you, I used all our dice the entire campaign last time. It didn't work great.
Yeah, that's just you.
That's
That's a you problem. That's not a dice
Chris,
problem. That's a
Chris,
you problem.
have
You
me
know what I
roll-
think it really is?
have
though?
me
I think it's
roll
that
for
tower.
something.
Where is your new dice?
You'll get to roll soon enough.
Did you
so
leave it
don't
at
worry.
home? Are you freaking kidding me?
The ones you were just gushing over?
The ones I just made for him, he had a full new set and he left
They're
them at
in
home.
the false life tray, but I took that out to fit the book
You're
in.
You
already
hear the
on
stuttering? You hear the stuttering? He's like trying to like backpedal as much as he can.
That's on you.
Anyways,
Anyways.
so we're gonna start campaign 2. Campaign 2 is set in the year 797, which is 53 years after campaign 1. We are gonna start out in Ceta-Gatling.
How many years was that?
53.
I gotta start taking
What
notes.
was it?
53 years difference. 797.
The year 797.
Yeah.
You guys are starting out in Ceta-Gatling. We've gone over why you guys are there. To start the episode, when we get back from our beautiful new intro we just made, there's only going to be 1 or 2 at the table. So I'm going to need the rest of you guys to get on up and into the other room. You'll have a minute and a half. We have a long intro.
I'm not writing
and I'll let you all know. And
Oh
we
my
will,
god, you're not.
We will start from there.
Anyways, the
Anyways,
trip begins.
grab a cold frosty one.
Frosty
Oh
cold
my
one.
god,
Frosty
I don't
cold
fucking
one.
know.
Cold
It's a
fishy
frosty
drink.
cold one.
We're a bunch of noobs who play D&D. Go.
God, that's so
Oh man,
that's
so
not even funny.
we're gonna
We're the only two people who do things for the stream.
we're going to apologize now, and we will play the video at the halftime when it's properly formatted. Anyways, bringing it back, Michael, or Budownik. Budownik, should I say. Budownik, we are in Ceta-Gatling, a place you're rather familiar with.
Right.
You have been called upon by the Chancellor. You would know her as Torlane Ellington. And she has called you to her chambers for something rather important. You guys have spoken about this a couple times, so you knew that this was coming. This is kind of a final meeting before things happen. Torlane Ellington, her Chancellor's chamber is, that's a mouthful, is going to be smack dab of the city, in the very luxurious parts of Ceta-Gatling. You would know this very well, as you probably live somewhere nearby. When you get up into her chamber, it's just her sitting there. There's a table in the middle of the room, and her chamber is rather beautifully done with elven woodwork. And well, Budownik, I'm glad you showed up today. We have a little bit of a need. We've talked about it a couple times here and there. How do you feel about going a little north to
Right, is there a follow-up to that, Chancellor, or are you just going to leave me on the edge here?
I forgot the name of the city. I'm sorry. Everena.
Everine.
Everena.
Everina.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
That's a little outside my normal purview, but I think it's something that I could manage properly with the right motivations.
Yes. Per usual, we will pay you rather generously.
Of course.
And she
Right, in the
pulls out about 5,000 gold and hands it to you off the bat. That's the first half.
second half due upon completion.
Upon completion, yes.
And same rules as always. I find there's keepers, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, we would like you. This is going to be a little more specific to us. We would actually like you to be able to possibly bring us back some items, if possible. See, we are having a problem.
What items might that be?
Well, it is something that I would imagine, if it's something that you think you've never seen, we would appreciate it.
So it's not a specific item so much as it's items that you specifically have never come across before.
Ah, yes. Ceta-Gatling and our allies. We have...
I hope you don't mind. I'm going to crack me a cold one.
As usual, Budownik.
You want some 3?
We have... yeah, and you kind of give your little shrimp.
He makes a very interesting sound.
Yeah, he squeaks at you. And you give your shrimp a little bit of beer, and your mechanical shrimp dips down into your cup and comes up just kind of like a little drippage.
Oh, you got the sound. Isn't he adorable?
Chancellor Torlane carries on. The allied cities, are having issues in the west, in northern part of our region right now. We are having issues contacting some of these cities, Everena being the biggest one. This is not good for our trade,
Right.
and it's going to cause a dent in the local economy if we don't get things
Well,
back up and running.
frankly, I don't think that you have much to worry about because, as always, you've hired just the best help you can find. Well, suddenly it died down out there. I wonder what's happening outside these doors. Is there some sort of party going on today?
Well, the guards have been a little restless today.
Of course.
It is.
Hard to find good help.
Yeah, true that. However, we would like you to go to these cities, specifically Everena, but there might be a couple more who are no longer communicating with us. I will give you a list on your way out, and we would like to know why. We have our suspicions.
Do you have any contacts in the cities that you might, specifically Evelina, that you might want me to reach out to? Any persons of interest, if you will?
No, this is going to be more of an investigating. We are going to give you a horse and carriage. It's not going to be marked with any allied emblems. We would like this to be a hush-hush, if you will.
Right, well, mum's the word then.
We also are going to let you know that the only thing in common we have with these cities so far is that Everina has been dealing this new plant on open trade. We have some here, have been studying it.
Is this plant alien of some sort? Is it, I mean, I don't quite follow what you mean.
It only grows just north of Everina, across the sand desert. We are not sure how they came upon this plant, but they have found a way to produce it to massive rates, and we are a little worried.
Dangerous?
In the wrong hands, we think so. But we do not
Can
know
I
yet.
insight check her?
You can. No, roll an insight check.
22.
You catch that she's being pretty honest with you about she thinks it's a dangerous plant and is not really sure why.
Okay.
But you do get the gist. She's telling you the truth.
Okay.
If you see any of that plant, we would like you to destroy as much of it as you can, and the rest either dump in an ocean or bring back.
Right. Bring back samples, scorched earth. Sounds like your standard duty operations. Well, I mean, if you don't have anything else, I feel pretty confident in my abilities. I think I'll be on my way.
The goal is really just to stop this, and we actually have a team for you, and we will give you guys a briefing.
I'm sorry, I think I misheard you. You said you have a team for me?
Yes. Ro, will you go grab the rest of the group?
Ro, what? No, Ro,
yes,
don't go get the rest of the group. I really don't think you understand.
Ro,
I tend
you work
to
for me. Please go get the rest of the group.
Ro, wait. I am actually fully capable of doing this on my own. I have never worked with a partner. This is highly unusual behavior and something that I feel this is
And as you are kind of having this conversation with Torlane Ellington, in walks twin sisters. They look rather alike, but they are different color. A dragonborn with wings, and a high elf.
This is your team. This is the team that you assigned to me.
Yes.
You thought that the best way to protect knowledge and ensure that your mission went across as well as possible is to assign me 4 prepubescent bookends.
Prepubescent bookends. Would you mind?
I'm sorry. Excuse me.
Yes. You guys are more than welcome to now introduce yourselves and explain what you.
Before that,
What do I see?
Voltaire's gonna let out a.
Roar! I don't know any of them from Adam except maybe that one, but that's not really a vote of confidence in your corner now, is it?
My understanding is you do know Voltaire. These are our allied city fighters. From Rickstrom is Voltaire, as you know, and his assistant. Quite
Sorry, my
sure.
Draconic's a little rusty. I don't know.
And these are the divine twins of Everstone. And yes, they will be helping you. If we need to double that pay, we can.
Could you describe the scene really quick?
Yeah, what's happening?
Yes,
Yeah, where
so
are we located?
You guys are in Ceta-Gatling right now. You guys, we've talked about the meeting that you were going to have with Chancellor Torlane Ellington. You guys have been ushered to her chambers by her assistant, Ro. when you guys enter with Ro, there's kind of an intense argument happening between Torlane and Budinik. And as you guys enter, there is a round table there. And Torlane, if you would all sit, we can go over our game plan.
Well, my name's Budownik, and I am a 5'5" hobgoblin wearing, it's like an oiled bronze armor, I would say. Basically a stupid long mohawk that just like drapes over his shoulders, and a big bushy beard, and there's definitely salt and pepper going on in here to say that this character is probably pretty old. And there's also a mechanical mantis shrimp sitting on my shoulder, and he's just all cool and rainbowy and very interesting looking. And I will reluctantly take a seat at the table.
I am Willowstone. I am the Air Genasi sister, and I am like kind of standing kind of firmly behind Emberly. I am Air Genasi cleric. I'm 5'2". I have just long blue hair that kind of just seems to be moving on its own constantly, and a kind of jellyfish kind of air-esque thing. And I will look at Emberly and wait till she moves.
I'm her twin. I am Emberly. I am the Fire Genasi. My hair is bright red. I am practically half naked, just have like a bralette on top and a long flowy skirt. And we are more helpful than we look. And we sat down.
Mm-hmm.
I'll sit as well.
I'm Nazlith. I am a high elf. I have short black hair, goes high to low. I have a little fade decor on, a purple dress, a floral headpiece with antlers, and I have green eyes. I'm about 5'7", so a little on the taller side. And this is my companion.
My character's name is Voltaire. Pardon?
Did you say Mushu?
You say bless you?
Character's name is Voltaire. He is 7 feet tall.
Damn. That's tall.
He's got wings that are ridiculously huge, but he has them furled up right now. And if you were to look close enough, you would notice that they're rather tattered wings. He's wearing gold and black plate armor, and he has blue scales that go lighter as you get towards his snout. And then on the tips of his wings, he's got little red spikes that poke up every so often. And then his horns are also red. His lids are like a dark blue, almost black. And I will go.
Rah. Rah.
So he says Voltaire.
Rah.
I am Nazlith. We are traveling together. We work together, so we come as a package, and we take our seat at the table.
Yes, glad you guys have some sort of knowledge of each other. So today you guys are called here by your cities to help the Alliance. We have an issue in Everena. That issue is they're no longer communicating with us. We have tried through magical means, we have tried through physical means. Our people don't seem to come back, and we can't reach them with magic.
So you're gonna send us lot, really me and 4 others, into unknown territory where you've already lost people. And
A couple.
what? Are they expected to come back? Because I take no responsibility for the children around here. I mean, we
Careful,
were all
careful
gone.
what you say. Children? We are not children.
Listen, lass, the adults are talking right now. Why don't you go ahead and take a seat and stay that way? That one hasn't even left the prepubescent state. Like, we were all gothy teenagers once. She never left.
Goth? I am not goth.
Your
Torlane.
headpiece might have something else to say about that. deal.
Torlane steps in, and that will be enough for now. You'll have plenty of time
Who is this fucker?
to talk to each other. You can ask
I
your
and
Okay,
Bodownik,
we're gonna do this.
Oh.
son of
I've heard
Badzarovsky.
such lovely things about you, sir.
I am the gentle harpy. I am the commander of the 8th River Legion. The hand anvil of Simbisi, the scalpist of Whipstone, and the 4-time Ceta-Gatling watermelon eating champion. Who are you?
All I hear is bullshit leaving your mouth. None of that
You
makes
guys
any
see
sense.
Torlane kind of like kick back some beer and just like put it back on the table. Yes,
He's an incomplete.
he does this. However, he is probably the best tinker
Probably.
in at least the lower realms.
We'll talk about that later, Torn. Continue.
Well, Efston is here in your endeavors as far as we're concerned.
I
Shall
appreciate that. We are going to give you guys a buggy and horses. We cannot do this by ship, unfortunately, as we are trying to go in unmarked. And you guys, your goal is to figure out what Evereston is doing with these plants, how they are growing them, who they are selling them to, and why. Gather as much Everena.
Everena? You
How do you spell that?
Everstone or
Everena.
Efstone is our
Yep.
home.
Yep. And Everena is going to be,
Look,
if you look
it-
next to
off of there.
Pragnil on the map, Everena is right
Fine.
there in Pragnil on the coast.
It's my mantis.
It looks delicious.
I will kill you.
You guys-
Everena. Is that the one sending out plants?
Yes.
Okay.
We don't know where they got them or how. This journey is going to be about 2,000
I
miles.
hooked on phonics, and I was like,
That's kind of what I have.
So you will be walking for quite some time.
walking.
I thought you
said.
provided a
I heard something.
You
about
will
a
be in
buggy
the
as well.
back of a buggy.
Walking in the back of a buggy.
You won't have to walk. It was a figure of speech. Budanik. And I'm sure you could figure something else.
Are you
out
always
in
this
time.
high maintenance? You sound like a little bitch, to be
Maintenance.
honest.
High maintenance. I'm actually quite accomplished in the means of magical transportation. And
Well, then by all
to-
means, bring it forth then.
Oh no, please,
Instead of
gladly.
criticizing, offer solutions.
Honestly, would, but that's a little bit beneath me, and also I don't particularly want to drag. you
Yes,
up.
Willow.
Yes. Questions. First question. How many people did you lose?
We have only lost 3.
What are you expecting us to do? Do you need evidence that the problem has been solved?
We will discuss the rest here. You guys can take this map. You're going to need it. Again, it's 2,000 miles. You'll have plenty of time together to speak.
Would you mind if I take it? I'm
By-
quite well with books and
By
maps.
all means.
Thank you.
So 2,000 miles
I
from
take
here to...
Through Loria, you guys should be fine.
Sniff it.
Once you guys get to Hadurthia, it is going to be a little bit more rocky, as you are then going to be entering some more wildlands.
What was that? Dirt.
Hidurthia,
Herdurthia.
yes.
It's not like we're from here at all.
Herdurthia?
Sorry,
Herdur. I see Herdlago. Herdgo. Herdur.
Hadurthia, right.
Yeah, you're making it herder.
It's the biggest letters right in front of your face. You're 12 o'clock, if you
Oh,
will.
thank you.
Oh, I could find either ship.
Thank you.
What about...
Matt, so confident that this is going to go well. Ceta-Gatling is going to be okay.
I mean, I was not the one who invited them to this party. I was
She's
going to
holding
manage
the
this
map
all by
upside down.
myself.
I'm proficient in this.
First off,
Oh, man.
I speak a different language. This is not my first language.
Anyways, let's get down. Anything you require for spell casting, we will give you before you leave.
Everything?
Anything that you need, we will give to you.
When you say give, that means free.
As in, you can have it, love. Yes.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yes. Let's go down. We'll meet Mr. Holt at the bottom floor.
Hope?
Hope? Yes. Yes. You turned down that position, if you don't recall. So we hired Mr. Holt.
He sounds like a real winner, doesn't he?
If you will. And you watch as Torlane goes to the door and opens it up. I'm assuming you all follow her down.
Yeah. I'm gonna linger in the back.
Yeah, that's fine. She's gonna stay up front. And as you guys follow her down, you go down this big spiral staircase. You walk through some of the main chambers of the Chancellor's Palace, which is in the middle of Ceta-Gatling. Towards the end of the, or at the very end, I should say, you guys walk out into what looks like almost like a warehouse-esque garage, but like fancy as hell. This is Mr. Holt's workshop.
Right, it's a little bit ostentatious. How do you say so?
Sounds like someone's jealous.
Again, he was offered the job.
Oh, I heard you.
Yeah.
I heard you.
However, Mr. Holt, you see this kind of very old, delicate-looking man. He's an elf, and he's a wizard. Yes, Torlane! He's old as shit for an elf. Like, for an elf, he looks old. So you would know he's ancient.
Does he look like he's struggling at all?
It's a slow walk, but it's nothing
I'm
like...
gonna help him along.
Yeah, no problem.
Not rush him, but just like make sure he's supported.
That's fine. You guys get there, and Torlane says, Mr. Holt, the buggy and horses that you have, give me a second. Gentlemen, will you carry me back to where we just came?
Pick him up.
Yeah, and he's like is so happy to be in your arms, and you waddle him back, and he kind of aims you. You guys watch them like walk to the back. He opens up a door with his wand, and as the doors open, out walk a horse and buggy. These horses, they look fairly normal. They're a little larger than your typical horse, but they look fairly normal.
Stallion?
Stallion-esque, if you will. And then the, large. Both female, actually, sorry.
So...
Yeah. And as they walk out of the... And they're towing this beautiful carriage that's just loaded with... it looks very luxurious, but there's no tags on it. There's nothing that would identify as Ceta-Gatlings or the allied... any kind of allied forces or allied cities. This is your ride for the next couple of months. The horses are fey. They can ride 20 hours a day. They need to be fed, though. There's a bag of holding on board with all the food they'll need. He kind of flicks his fingers, and you guys watch a light on the top of the cabin turn blue. It has mage hand. It works anywhere from 200 feet. You guys just have to call it. It'll help you out with its deeds, and it can pick up about 30 pounds of weight.
The buggy has a mage hand?
Yes. And he kind of flicks his fingers again, and you see it, like, the very top of the buggy is glowing blue. And when he does his second snap, you watch a mage hand pop out from the top of the buggy. You can pick up anything you want.
Willow takes out her notebook and is jotting down all the instructions. Do you by chance have a manual?
I can get you something, yes.
Thank you.
I just texted you all what the buggy is as well.
There you go, thank you.
Right,
There's a chest on board on the buggy. It's about 4 feet by 2.5 feet wide. It's a custom chest of holding. That is that's for the food, or for whatever you find out there. If you need to keep it safe, put it in the chest of holding.
Derelict bag of bones.
Chest versus a bag?
Right. You said that there was food in the bag of holding. How many days food is in there right now?
For the horses, there's about 3 months.
I'm imagining the food's not for you.
Well, it's probably going to go bad, too.
It is not. They are fey horses.
Magicians
they
are really
They
good at
die?
putting things into another pocket dimension, but they cannot stop them from decaying. Whereas other means of more scientific matter can preserve food for indefinite periods of time.
Oh, don't worry. They are little pebbles, and they each one a day will feed them for the day.
Whatever you say, old timer.
Yeah, it's a spell. You should learn it.
May I see your hand? And I'm just gonna start grabbing it and like inspecting it.
You're looking alright. What's happening?
You snapped.
What?
Is there a mechanism embedded into your finger that allows the...
No. If you
I
hop
can
in
put
the
that up
buggy
for you, don't
for
worry.
about an hour, concentrate on it, attune to it, if you will, you will get this power. You can
Attune.
figure out your own way to call it. It has that ability. Lastly, something kind of important. Outside of the chest and the bag. Don't put the bag in the chest, by the way.
So there's a
Bad
chest and a
things will
bag.
happen.
There's a chest of holding and a bag of holding?
Yeah. Bag, food for horses.
Food for horses.
Chest, whatever you find. Yeah, so you want to bring back, or hide. Yeah.
When did a buggy become so complex? Just want to put that out there.
Well, last thing about that. On the side of the box in the buggy, and he kind of like brings his head in and like shows you guys. There's this little tiny box, and it's like got a little opening, and he pulls it open, and there's a switch. That will blow up the buggy. Don't hit that unless you really need to. But, you have something on here you don't want somebody to have, and you need to hit and run.
You know what? That is just the most inspired thing I've ever seen from a senile old man. Is something that would literally destroy and kill us if we accidentally touch it. But it's so... you. And then I will walk off.
Once you flip it, it is a 30-second timer.
30 seconds.
To run. Yes. 200 feet is the radius, so please... You got 30 seconds or less. Yeah. That's kind of the deal there. Outside of that, you guys are good to go. It can be set on a timer if you would like as well, but immediate situation, once it's flipped,
Yeah,
run.
Just check the manual really quick. Did you handed me a manual, right?
I did. I did.
cool.
Yes. There's
Go
one
ahead.
stapled inside on the wall. There's beds for all of you. The horses can again walk 20 hours a day. I would suggest you take advantage of that.
He's right. There is a switch that is explosive. Fuck.
It is for, you want to blow something up. It is,
Right.
it's-
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've heard legends of the horse you put in the thing and it blows up and charge and everyone dies.
Well, right, that's Schrodinger's cat. You're thinking of a totally different theory.
Am I?
It would be like
It's pretty
bringing
close.
in a magical bowl or something.
Yeah.
No, there's actually a very interesting story now that you mention that.
And you guys kind of wrap up checking out this thing. There's enough beds for all you to sleep in. Like I said, it's got a couple magical items on it as well.
Do the Fae know where to go?
You have to direct them. That is.
We have
Somebody
to.
must drive the buggy. That is a thing. Yes. Not self-driving.
You can create a button to explode and a mage hand to come out, but you can't self-drive it.
I cannot train Fey horses to do Fey things. It is against. I
This
don't
is
do
the
the.
difference between magicians and scientists. And as I say that, I'm going to step behind her and, as quietly and carefully as I can, pull out a measuring tape and just start measuring the back of her head.
I don't think I'm going to realize this.
Do we
My hair is constantly moving,
do
so
I
anything
notice
fits.
this?
You can roll a perception if you'd like.
I'm not trying to be. I'm just trying to not let
The
her
old
see
man is
everybody
like
else
looking at you like sideways as fuck right now.
First roll of the night, first roll of the new campaign.
But not your fucking new
This
dice.
sets the tone for my
And
entire.
you're gonna
Natural
do it in the
one.
tower?
Natural one.
Go
Oh.
ahead, do it.
Oh.
What was the check for?
It's to see. It's above 10. I'm gonna give it to you
16,
because it's a
then.
pretty easy one. Yeah, you notice Budownik like measuring tape out
I'm
behind,
heavily reading my journal and
but
going
behind
notes.
Willow, looking.
I'm
at
gonna
it.
walk up behind Willow and grab his hand.
I will dexterously dodge your grab. Thank you.
All
Does
right.
some rolls need to happen?
Yes, they
Yeah.
do. Dexterity save.
This
You're
is
going
how
to grab
we
him, so you
play.
make a strength
So
check for
everything's
me.
just gonna be
Just a general strength.
Yeah.
blinded. Welcome, Mike, the player, to the
6.
table.
13.
Have we ever played together?
So
No,
he
we
dodges
haven't
you
ever
pretty
played together.
quickly before you get a chance to grab him.
I'm an asshole, man.
And at that point, Torlane's like, again, 2,000 miles and a couple months. Shall we get on our way?
Yeah, better get
Yes.
going.
What
The-
time of day is it?
You would
actually
know
like-
that it's pretty early in the morning still.
Okay.
You guys had this meeting about 7:30. It's probably around 8:30 by now.
AM, PM.
AM.
Thank you.
So you guys pretty much have all day. They're gonna walk you down to a ferry. You guys are gonna cross the very long word strait over there. I forgot. It's written on the thing, and I don't remember.
Oh,
if Mike named it.
the Deermunthric Strait.
Demunthric, yeah. You're gonna pass the Demunthric Strait via ferry on your guys' horse and buggy.
ferry.
When you guys get dropped off to the other side, you guys are going to make almost a straight dart to where it becomes pretty tight, and then you're gonna have to make your way back up. We're going to fast forward through a lot of this, but I'm going to let you guys kind of role play the first day, getting to know each other, things of that nature. So as you guys are in the buggy, you make it to the first city. Yes.
The Chancellor is with us?
No.
No, they left us
It's
now.
just us.
It is just you guys.
Who's driving?
You're on your way. Who is driving?
What kind of... There you go. Yeah, I trust that. Trust
Well,
that.
hold on. Who has better rolls typically?
What are we... What
Oh,
are
wow.
what are our trust? Would that be animal handling? What would
See
be
this
driving?
box in front of
would
me?
be?
It would be animal handling, but I'm also
push me.
eventually going to start having you guys make survival checks because you're going to get to a certain point where there's less towns and villages, and you're going to be
I
in the
will sit up
wild and
front
things like that.
Then,
Okay.
and directing since I know the map and I have key.
Yeah, we can say that you're sitting up there. The twins are sitting up at the driver's seat. It's a little bench. You both would fit there very well, which would leave you three in the cart.
That was a
The window-
horrible decision.
The window would be like there is a little window behind where they sit up in the driver's seat, so it would more than likely be open to give you guys a little airflow. You know, the back windows would be open, and you guys would be trotting along in the wilderness. We're gonna say that it's your first day. You just got out of that first city. You're kind of driving through plains right now. The grass is about 3 feet tall, and you're on a very well-established trading route and trail. There's plenty of people you are going past here and there. What are you doing?
I'm gonna be sitting back in like a nice little cubby corner, whatever I can find. Because you said there's beds for everybody, so I'm assuming
There
this is
are.
kind of like the.
It's
the
almost
trunk
it's a bunk
and,
bed situation.
Okay,
Where
so
there's
I'll
two
just
bunk
be-
beds, one on each side, and then there's one bed in the,
Like a cot in the middle.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take the one in the middle because I'm selfish. And I'm gonna be sitting there with 3 in my lap. I'm gonna have his back up against my legs and some tinker's tools, and his chest is gonna be open. There's a light yellow glow coming from it. I'm just gonna be tweaking on shit and occasionally like casting glances
Whose
upwards.
chest?
3.
The mantis.
The mantis.
That's him,
shrimp.
the mantis.
His name is 3.
Aw,
That's cute.
it's kind of cute.
Because he had to try 3 times to get it right.
Oh shit! Oh shit!
I think it'd be more like 300.
Right. Well, you only count the ones that that actually work. You know, isn't that right, Zero?
You called me Zero?
Hmm?
I always thought you were such an
Listen,
asshole.
the cure.
I
can
banged
get
on the
your
back
little...
of the.
What do you mean the cure?
You guys have gone maybe like 3 or 4 miles outside of this second town at
I'm gonna
this
pull
point.
the Tinker's kit out of his chest and he'll like close up and just go about his day.
I tell you what, Booty Nick, I have not missed you one single day.
Right. Well, honestly, I'm kind of surprised and almost hurt. Like I feel like, honestly, your presence is so intimidating now. It's just, where would you be without somebody like me in your life? You know. Speaking of, that very interesting headdress you have there. May I see it?
No.
Okay. Well.
I go through the window and I said, "Did you know horses have the biggest eyes other than any other animal?"
Yeah,
That is very interesting. Nice to know. Thank you for that
that is-
information.
Right, what was your name again, Windbag?
that's fine.
You are just an asshole to everybody.
Well,
I
I mean,
have
at
been.
least I haven't changed, and I'm not pretending to be somebody that I'm not.
Oh, I'm not pretending at all. I
okay.
am who I am. I am the Voltaire.
All right. Tell that to the last people that we got to hang out with.
You know, I like to let people be who they are. I don't try to change them. Watch out for your backs on this one. He is going to kill you.
Complacency is absolutely acceptable in every situation, except my life. So.
You can change everything about your body except your shitty personality.
I'm gonna
know,
turn to the
right?
window and be like, "Question: You're a dragonborn?"
That is correct.
So when you're born, do you come out of like an egg, or is it more mammal-like?
That is a very common question. And, I don't like to speak on it with little girls, so we'll keep that hush hush for now.
quite
Sorry.
old.
How old are you?
I'm 38.
You don't look like a babe of 12.
Thank you. Question though, I want to collect your history, so if you could kindly provide me with the details.
Okay, when a mommy dragonborn and the daddy dragonborn love each other very, very much.
How long's the mating season?
Let me get there, okay? Step by step, we get there.
You say, right?
Don't listen
mating
to the words
season.
he says. The
It's
words
more like
he says
a
are
bloody
nonsense.
wrestling
the words
match
that he says
where
very
there's like
terrible,
a pig
evil,
involved.
very
and-
bad words. Things he says are not to be
Pigs
listened
involved?
to. No, he has no idea.
Oh.
Look at him.
It
over
has
there.
to be done under
All
a
he
full
does is fuck around
moon.
with
They
his
dance
shrimp.
around naked around a fire. It's absolutely ridiculous.
All he does is fuck around with his little shrimp over there. Go and finger your shrimp and leave us to be, please.
I
Is there a
immediately stick my
mating
finger
dance?
inside of him just to be bitter and shitty.
I'm just gonna keep notes of everything they're saying about dragonborns.
Have you ever heard the saying, you catch more flies with honey
Nope.
than with vinegar?
I'm writing that down.
Right, that's absolutely not true.
Writing that down.
Have you ever tried to catch flies with apple cider vinegar? It
It's
is
because generally I like
fantastic.
to do good things and save the people's lives with my time. I don't like to waste my time doing nonsense things.
You see, that sounds almost like a contradiction of itself. You said you like to help people, but you also like to not waste your time. It doesn't quite make sense. That's all I'm saying.
Okay. How tall are you?
5'5".
It's a little bit on the, short side.
Well, I mean, not
Look
all
at how
of us,
big are your
not
hands.
all
Can you
of
show
us
me your
can
hands? How big are
actually
the hands?
be ogres. You know, not that. I mean, how many places do you actually fit into around here? Most people are actually my size. So
Well, either
really,
the doors
you're the freak
accommodate
walking
me
around.
or
Look
I
at
make
your
them.
your new what is this? Your ward here, the 13-year-old, right? She's about the same size as me.
She's actually a 19-year-old girl. So
Oh, I am
you should be a
so
little
sorry
bit
for
more
not making
respectful.
that distinction.
I do not take any rudeness towards Nazlith. She is
Wait,
a
how old are
sweetheart little girl.
19.
She is to be
Wow,
protected.
very knowledgeable, I'm assuming.
She is cute as a button.
She still hasn't gotten her clothes wet. Look at her.
Look
There's
at-
not an
look at
ounce
her.
of darkness inside of her.
Look at her.
She's never seen a single day of sadness in her life. Her life has been nothing but honey and sweets and warm beds and mommy hugging you, I'm sure.
You
There's
start
nothing
to
wrong with that.
you start to smell some shit underneath your nose.
There's nothing new.
It's not.
It's a constant smell.
He's
Don't-
like, what, on
don't
top of
waste
I
your
other
lost
shit?
my sense of smell a long,
Don't
long
waste
time
your
ago.
energy.
lady.
When you are a piece of shit, you always smell like a piece of shit.
I mean, you really wouldn't know that.
You guys,
Yes, I
we
have a
can't
very
live our
strong
life
nose.
with this bickering. You have to stop.
Dude.
I have to agree with my sister.
We're gonna be around each other
Hey,
for
oh.
a really long time, so we have to get along.
I'm sorry, I was really confused there for a second because he sounds like he's Swedish. She sounds like she's some sort of Eastern European. She sounds sweet and adorable,
What
and
are
you
these
sound like
places?
Debbie.
Yes,
This
is that
Debbie.
some sort of a
What is
valley
this
girl
Debbie?
accent?
Yeah, it's
Debbie.
right.
Who is
That's.
Debbie?
I think
It's like
that's.
a
This is actually the first thing that we've
Halfway-
agreed upon in quite some time.
It is a little interesting, I must admit.
It's very hard for
Listen.
my sister to hear, so her speech.
Right. Hearing aids. I can make those. Don't you worry about it. Come here. Actually, and I'm
I
gonna reach
would
through the
recommend
window
that
and
you
start
don't let
measuring the
them
back
do
of
the
your
touching.
head.
I'm
I'm
gonna
just gonna
kind of,
slap him away.
yeah, I'm gonna kind of be like,
A little spicy there.
don't touch my
Don't
sister.
touch people without their permission.
I wasn't touching.
You were getting in her personal boundary. That is not appropriate.
Personal
I'm not
boundary and touching
touching,
are
I'm
two
not
totally
touching. I'm not touching. What is your folk?
different- What?
Asshole.
What's your
Definitely of the asshole clan.
Okay.
You're not far off.
Assholes? Do they also be called sphincters? What do you prefer to be called?
Me personally?
Yes.
Right.
He's from a
Budownick.
town called
My
Cigar
name is
Cutthroat.
Budownick.
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 There you
Booty
go. You got it.
Budinik?
Booty
Oh,
Budownick.
Budownick, you know,
His name is Booty.
Down
too
it.
close.
Budownick.
We call
Yeah.
him Booty where I'm from. Because he smells like a booty.
Only my mother
The
gets to call me
booby-
booty.
The yellow-footed booby or the blue-footed booby? Are you blue-footed booby?
What color are
That's
your
a
feet?
bird. You said booby. It was
Debbie,
right.
it's just word association.
Nazlin,
The double
you and your
tail
companion.
butterfly. I can't.
Where are you guys from?
Was it twin tail, swallowtail?
Two tails swallowtail.
There you go.
We need a psych analyst to watch this.
Right?
You're from Rick.
That guy's
Debbie.
fucked up. That guy's fucked up.
Rickstrun, Riikstrun.
Yeah,
Say
it's
it
called
again.
Rickstrun.
Rickstrun?
Say it again.
Rickstrun.
Riikstrun.
Would I know about the trades that Brixton normally deals with?
You would know of Rixton and them being part of the Allied. Rixton is considered the most northern Allied city on the eastern side of the seaboard. They're up in actually like northern Clorithus, like in the corner there. So yeah, in our old campaign, actually we were not really close to them in our old campaign. But yeah, you would know of Rickstrom. If you look up here,
Yeah,
it's gonna be right. Yeah.
Have you made it to the ferry?
Yeah, so you guys were already crossed.
We're
the ferry
right
a
past
while
it, yeah,
ago.
we're on our way.
I'm gonna fast forward this a little bit as you guys have like a tense week or two.
Yeah, I'll say that.
It takes you guys about 2 days to get to Cressex. If you want to stop in any of these towns, holler at your boy.
We have everything we need, honestly.
Yeah.
It takes you about 2 days to get to Cressex. It takes you another 4 days to get around the Lyro Bay.
I'd like to, this whole time, I
enough
will
to Arthgard?
constantly be in my equipment making slight tweaks and modifications.
Okay,
just
yeah.
The whole time.
And every
Perfect.
single day, I'm going to be notating what transpired in that day.
Perfect.
I'm sure did!
Now you guys have entered Hadurthia, I'm sorry, and you guys would go up from Arthgard through Dessing to Thogport. All of this would take you about a week and a half to get that far.
Okay.
Maybe slightly longer,
And we're all
almost
still
2
alive. We
weeks.
haven't killed
Yeah,
each
yeah,
other.
we're still
I know,
there.
right?
Yeah, you guys are doing
Sure.
fine. You would notice at this
Stab
point
us.
it's gotten pretty wild. Around the time you hit Thogsport,
Our carriage is slightly rocking.
around the time you hit
It's not built for
Thogsport, you
four-wheel
guys
drive.
would know that now being part of the Allied people is a little frowned upon. There are some pockets out here of like tribes. You guys have now entered some more true wilderness areas.
There is one thing that I would like to do before we go into anything
Yeah.
further.
Definitely.
At one point in time, I'm going to assume that Willow and I will be in the carriage at the same time because I'm assuming we're rotating out,
Yeah.
especially at night. So during the night, I would like to, sneaky as I can, sneak up behind her
I'm
while she's
watching it
sleeping.
the whole time.
Like-
Just
Like
outside.
I'm talking dead of the night. Like 3 wakes me up, and like when everybody's out as they can be, except for the driver.
And I only sleep 4 hours.
So sometime during that sequence, in the 2 week period,
I feel
I'm
it.
assuming there's
I
going to be a
feel it.
point
Yes,
where
yes.
you are asleep or elven trance,
Yeah.
Yeah,
and I
well,
am able
yeah.
to stealthily sneak up behind her. And I don't know if I need to roll for anything.
I'm
at
gonna
that point.
make you roll a stealth
Okay,
check.
and I'm just going to take this small silvery pearl object about the size of a silver dollar out and like move her hair out of the way and press it into her skull.
Can she roll for anything on that?
And I'm hoping that
I mean,
she's
my hair's
asleep.
on a constant movement, so like I feel very little, but
Yeah.
still though.
You wouldn't
She's
really
asleep,
feel
but
it.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
my
let
hair is
you
constantly-
roll a stealth check for me.
Ooh. 17.
Now
Not
roll a
great.
perception and see if you beat that 17.
Do you
At
want
disadvantage
to
'cause she's
roll a
sleeping?
disadvantage because my hair, or like
I would say because you're sleeping, it would be
A
less.
disadvantage?
No.
Okay.
I'd
No?
say it's gonna be even. Because if you're asleep and someone pushes something against your head,
Well, yeah, I'm
Matthew
assuming
would
she'll
wake
wake
up
up,
by
and
her
I want to
muscle
just
percent.
Yeah.
like very
Okay.
carefully get to that point, and
I'm
then
a
once I
hard
push it into her skull,
I don't hear
I'm
dogs.
good.
Okay, roll. Based on his description,
Oh.
I am gonna have you roll at disadvantage. Although this is apparently bad enough that you.
It was
Yeah,
17.
there's no way.
Okay,
You said passive perception?
just your perception.
Just my perception.
You're doing a perception check.
That would be
Your skills.
7. I rolled a 4.
Nice.
You say it so like.
You
I
successfully
I
do
have
this.
to get false life dice
uh,
love, so that's the issue we're having.
You would notice
What's those
that
puppies in the puppies.
that Willow kind of gives a little like, and then kind of like lays
So-
back over.
Does that wake me up?
In the
Great
quiet
airflow.
It
moment,
would not wake anybody up.
I'm just gonna press it in, and as soon as I press it in, it will expand and wrap around the back side of the base of your skull and hold on to the ear bone. What are these called? Help me out here.
I don't know.
The holes. What are holes in your head called?
Right?
Oh, for Raymond?
Foramen. Yeah, and it sits basically just underneath and kind of pushes up on the ears. And then I'm going to admire my work, step back, and let you enjoy, because I feel like you're a little daft. Let you enjoy
I'm actually very
the
Extremely.
This might help you out.
headband of intellect.
Fuck a duck running.
Yeah, so right outside of Thogport, we'll say, about 2 weeks into this trip, after he's gotten
Wait, do
done.
we notice this?
After he's got, she would notice this when she wakes up.
Yeah.
This is not something that would be.
Do we get to talk about this?
You do. I'm gonna let you.
I want to talk about this.
You guys are about a day outside of Thogport
What does
when
it
you
look
when you
like, though?
notice this.
Okay. Like
It's
in the front,
completely no. It sits on the base of her skull
it's at the
and
base.
sits
Her
up
hair
in like
covers
the
it?
kind of I would assume. I mean, I don't know.
We will say that the
my
morning.
intention was like just like a clip that goes
That's
on the
cool.
base of the head.
Okay.
We will say that the morning of you guys wake up, do your breakfast routine right outside of Thogport, and you all are sitting around the fire and happen to notice this.
Do we notice it, or do we need to have her tell us?
Would I really notice it? If it.
I'll
would
tell
I
you what.
notice?
You would
Here's what we're
notice
gonna
it.
do. I need you to roll a perception check. If you get a
I think
5
that's
or
what she said.
higher, Willow, you're gonna notice it.
Okay.
Everybody else, if you want to look, I'm gonna make your DC 12 or higher to notice it.
I will try.
Oh, for perception?
Oh my gosh!
What
I
happened?
rolled a 1.
Oh,
Yeah, first nat one.
We're just gonna put you in there. I haven't given you enough love, so we'll talk later.
No.
That dice is gonna be passed off there.
Oh my.
19.
Dear God!
Yeah, you would definitely notice a change that she's now wearing a headband.
Fuck.
Willow,
Yes.
Willow, you'd have no clue.
Yep. Got it. Yep.
what the fuck is on your head?
And after she says that, I look at her and I'm like,
My hair constantly
What
moves.
the-
Shit, I know
May
what
I?
this is. This motherfucker over here is doing his
I mean,
augmentation.
At this
I'm
point-
just concerned about something.
Three's gonna run up and just
Okay.
crawl up your
Yeah,
arm,
there's
and as you're
something there.
pointing,
I'm gonna
just
gently
sit with
brush
his
her
like
hair side,
claws
I'm gonna show
and
you.
also point with you.
I'm gonna
Is
try
this
and grab
you?
and crush
that is,
tree.
for
What's,
sure.
what's going on?
That's
Okay.
fucking
Either you
brutal.
have some sort of
Let me finish. Let them
black
finish on what you get.
piece.
It does look like it's pretty.
I have a lot of dandruff.
Pull up 3
No, no,
stats.
no, no,
It's like
it's
a crown type
I have 3
thing.
stats right now.
Does it
Around your head.
hurt?
I feel nothing.
I would like to just gently tug on it to see if it moves at all.
Yes, and while you guys are doing that, I'm going to let you roll a
Moves, it'll come free.
roll a
if you-
strength check for me. Roll a dexterity save for 3.
Oh my.
First nat 20 of the game
Whoa!
Wait, is that with false on?
with
Okay.
false life dice
Nice,
for a total
nice.
of 24.
And you watch as you go to like grab it, the shrimp runs up your arm and like kind of on your shoulder before like hopping back to Nick, like almost in like a ha kind of manner.
He'll do it midair. He just like
Yeah. And as that's going on, you go to pull it off.
I just gently, I want to make sure it's not going to like tug anything sensitive or.
Yeah, it's just
He
a
said it would pull off.
yeah, it's
so.
just a band.
So I just kind of.
My eyes are all like, "Ugh."
I show it to you. And
Hey, you put it in her skull though.
Yeah.
no. I just
The way you
push
described
it,
it
push it
sounded
into the
very
push
my
it into
brain-
the base of your skull, like where
Speaking
you know where that like
different
the
languages.
dip is in the back of your
For
skull.
like a button.
My
Yeah,
face
it's like
droops
a
a little
pop
bit.
It's
and
just,
then
it's just form
When you
fitting.
said push it,
Exactly.
I imagine like skin.
Yeah.
grinding.
No, I wasn't. No.
Like it implanted into my brain.
No.
I was like,
It's just got to be secure, guys.
Okay.
She'll take damage.
Right. Roll for
It
damage.
can't be removed from my brain, or my brain will seep out.
You pull on it, your eyes just go cross.
I go, what just happened? Maybe different languages.
Anyways, I pulled it off and I just kind of show it to you. Do you recognize these? What is these?
No, this is new
Could
for
I
us.
look at it? Do I know?
You can roll an Arcana check if you'd like for me.
Okay,
I
do
would
you know
love
what this
to.
is? Have you seen this?
You are
before?
That is something that the booty
Oh
leaf
my
does.
gosh, you are not rolling well.
17.
Hootie, what the fuck?
17 is just enough that you would
So
know
strange.
it is a magically imbued headband. You don't know. You probably wouldn't know how. You'd probably get the you'd know after a couple days of use, put it that way, of like, oh, this is what this is doing to me, right? But until you sit there and study that, you're not really going to know. But you do know it is a magical
I would like to
headband.
roll.
Good Nick.
Whoa, what is
Is this
this?
an
An Arcana check. I'll let
Okay.
you
This
roll
is
as well.
great,
This
guys.
is new, and you're a
What is
tinkerer.
this?
What is that? Do you
What
know
is
what
this?
it is?
Right, let me see it.
Don't play, boy. We all know.
And I'm
that you
gonna
know
very
about
Don't take
I'm gonna make
I
it
wanna keep
super
What is
over.
it?
I'm gonna make it like extremely over, and I'm just gonna like clear my throat. I'm gonna say Solier, and
26.
nothing happens, and then I'm gonna be like, right, this is a headband of intellect. That's actually very
So I
quite
rolled
a
the wrong-
valuable
As he
piece of
says that,
equipment.
you're like,
It's very
that's a headband of
impressive.
intellect. And he's like, that's a headband of intellect.
Oh my gosh! And I'm gonna stick it back in my head.
I wonder where you got that. It's extremely fine craftsmanship. I really, honestly, I'd love to talk to
I
I
love
whoever.
wonder where she got that.
Yeah,
How does
truly,
it
I mean,
look?
we could all.
Very, very interesting.
Just magically
How does it
beautiful,
look, guys?
guys.
It's actually pretty beautiful.
Does it look pretty?
Would have been,
Alright,
now,
see.
you see, that would have been a very nice thing to do if you had given it to her and she accepted it as some sort of gift. But to force it upon someone, that is a no-no.
Oh, I feel great. I loved
Right.
it.
Right.
Thank
Well,
you.
I mean, when I handed it,
The
right,
gods.
I took it,
Thank you.
and I handed it to her,
I
right?
wouldn't call him a
I
god.
believe
He's
that
just-
was, you know,
his
when we went
ego's
like this
big
and
enough
she
to
took
go,
it,
"Wah."
right? That's enough to say that she wanted it. I didn't like
Ask me
force
any
it
that
upon her.
question.
Was she asleep
Too
when
close
you
to-
gave it to her?
4.
No.
No.
She was actually wait. You saw me give it back to her right
Give
now.
it back to her, but what about the first time when
He
she
just
got
didn't
home?
want any of us to see him being kind.
Did you make this?
No.
With it, when I look at it, is there any type of signature on it?
Roll an investigation
He would
check
totally
for
sign
me.
it.
I'm like sitting here like, no, there's not, and like, no, Budinik would
He would
totally sign it.
Oh my.
There's a little
Investigation?
Yeah.
10.
It's just a little.
With the
penis.
10, as you look at it, it's
I can't. I need to
you're
get
not
this
sure
out.
what it means, but you know the Louis Vuitton font, how
Yeah.
it has like the LV, LV, LV.
Yeah.
It's basically like that, but it's B,
BB.
BB, 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 BB.
BB.
Just a bunch of B's.
And
Over.
you don't know what
BB.
it means, but you definitely see the pattern of like just crazy BBs all over the place.
Side note, my Nazlith dice is rolling amazing so far.
Boltari,
Dude,
is
my
this from you?
Budonic dice
It's
are
actually pronounced the Voltaire.
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 right here. No,
Voltaire.
no, that's not.
Voltaire.
He's
It's
the Voltaire.
actually if you
How
call
can I-
him Drogon, he actually prefers that.
No,
much
that is
more.
actually not the truth. He tells the lies.
He tells the
You can
lie.
tell that he's not
Budinik
being
always
honest
lies.
because right.
If you want to create
he's
a new
using
mantra for your
extra
life while
consonants
around him for your
for
safety,
no reason.
Budinik
It's actually
always
very
lies.
impressive how
Budinik
he always
always
sees
lies.
things. What's interesting? She's probably like getting it from
Budinik
both
always
ears,
lies.
getting it from both ears and understanding all of
No,
it.
yeah, she's got to tell it to hear it all.
I'm gonna bounce back up to the front. Just kind of pull myself through the hole. Pull myself.
Budinik
Love it.
always lies.
Right, so I don't know where that one came from, but I
That's
could
a lie.
fashion something similar. But I mean, you didn't want, my help earlier, so I'll just go ahead.
If you were
I'm
to
quite
offer
alright.
it to me as a gift, as a friendship thing, I would
No,
love
the
to
last
take
time
things.
I offered you a gift, you ran off on your
no,
own.
You
and
did
just,
not do the offering of that.
I
That
mean,
was
I
not
did.
an offer.
I
that was
was like,
a very rapey
"Oh,
thing to do.
Right, Voltaire, maybe perhaps
If-
you would like these,
No,
and
yes,
then I put
maybe
them
if
on you, and then you
had
were like,
asked, but
and
that
you
is more
ran
a
out the door.
situation where I am supposed to
Listen,
earn
Puff,
such a gift.
If you're gonna
that.
keep talking like this, it's not gonna go well.
I'm going to
Pause.
open my mouth and I'm going
Wait,
to
how long?
flare my electric breath at him, and I'll
In
show
the- in
you
the
a
buggy?
puff.
How? Okay, so pause really quick.
Yeah.
How much further are we from
So you guys are
Everreina?
I thought you put us back on track.
Everina up here. You guys are right here, just outside of
Dang.
Thoughtport in the woods.
So we've only been about a week. Then.
About a week and a half.
Okay.
You've
and how are
gone
we with
over
supplies?
1,200 miles.
Okay, how
of
are
your
we
journey.
supplies?
Holy crap.
Are we good with that?
Yeah, do we need to
How are
restock or
horses?
anything?
You would know
Yeah,
that.
I
The only thing that you guys would be aware of is at this point on, it's going to get a little more sketchy here and there. There's some wilderness. You know of
Wandering.
tribes that are out here that, steal people's shit.
Cool,
You would
bro.
know of. Actually, roll history checks for me. Let's see what you guys know.
Got
All
your
of us?
history right here, buddy.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Yep.
18.
14, 15, 16,
Oh, history check.
17. And I rolled an 8.
19.
Inconsequential. Welcome to Matthew Rolling again.
10.
It is that tower.
Okay, so everybody except for
the tower.
everybody.
I'm a sage now.
We've tried this before, Mike. I'm telling you.
Everybody except for Voltaire and
Give me
Emberly.
something to hold my dice on.
You guys would know
I
as
need to really roll.
Just did.
No, you don't. You just do it. You just do this.
Yeah.
You need to let it.
I do,
Flick
dude.
of the
I do the
wrist.
full.
Flick of
I
the
do full
wrist.
cock, dude. Full
Do
cock. I
this.
roll.
Wow, I love that
Go
we're having
around.
rolling
Full cock.
lessons.
Oh, you just rolled something good.
Full cock.
Yeah.
Always.
No, bounce it around in your hand.
3.
Bounce it. Give it love.
Dude, I've
And
tried
then-
all of this.
Just hold on. Just hold on to that for a little while,
What'd
okay?
you
Just
roll?
hold on to that. For a
9.
little while.
Okay, a little bit.
Sorry, you were saying.
Yes,
What
yes,
is
yes.
Devin's rock?
So
No.
everybody except
Give me
for
your moves.
Voltaire and Emberly
Yeah.
would know that about the time you hit Hadurthia, only the villages that are on, or the cities and villages that are on the coast of the sea are going to be really stable cities. Anything outside of that, you guys are at the point where it's going to be wilderness. It's going to be thieves, different tribes, maybe some cults here and there, just some weirder shit, than your typical civilization. You guys are basically on the brink of that, getting ready to pass through some areas that you would know are a little bit foresty. The forest you guys are specifically in is a very weird pine forest where these are huge pine trees that shoot up about 200 feet. Their branches and leaves don't even start until about the 50 to 60, 70 foot mark in places. So it's almost like you guys are underneath this like canopy as you walk, and there's just like pillars everywhere of trees.
At some point, I'm gonna reach down and just grab like 4 petals and stick them in my pocket.
Yeah, easy to do.
So I read a book about defense and traveling through wooded areas. It's a great book. You should read it. However, I think that perhaps we should look as a strong caravan. So I'm thinking that 2 of us perhaps walk beside the buggy while one of us drives and one can stay inside, and we take rotations. Because I have a feeling we may be not kidnapped.
Possibly ambushed.
Ambush. Thank you.
Right. Well,
Kidnapped,
I'm okay with
ambush.
I don't know if you know this, but mantis shrimp actually have 16 different pairs of rods and cones, which means they can see in colors that we don't even know exist.
I actually do know that.
Fantastic. So I can put 3 up top, and he can look around. And,
I
know.
think so.
How
Yeah.
far can you see?
like, normal people. I don't actually know. It's really hard to have somebody describe what they see when, it's just what they see, and then they're trying to describe the color red.
Well, how far can they?
Blood.
Blood.
Warm.
Yeah. Cut your wrist.
He's got like
Sorry.
a normal standard, like sense of range. You look squishy, by the way. Has anyone ever told you?
Whoa.
Not like soft, just like
Squishy.
squishy in like a combative way. Like you're squishy, and you're not squishy, right?
That is
He
the
means
closest
we
thing you've
just
ever
take
given
a
me to a
hit.
compliment. That is correct. I am not
So
squishy.
that's a compliment.
No.
No?
No,
It means we're vulnerable.
he means you're weak.
Right? I'm not trying to say
I
it's not because
understand
you're a
that. I
woman.
understand.
Just
It's
wait.
just because you come across as somebody who like can't take a punch.
And I produce flame in my hand and go.
This is-
That's not what
I
he
punched
means.
through the
That's
flame.
not what he means,
I
actually.
punched through the flame.
I punched
He
right through
means
the flame.
Yeah,
You
you're a
and I
slight bird,
Don't go
but outside
up
of that.
and do fist punching. We kind of
Right,
hang
see,
back.
a tactician. It looks like you actually have
I
a
can do
decent
both.
board at your side. Maybe
Should we do
perhaps this will actually help you in your future endeavors. Props to you.
Nazlith is a beautiful, wonderful little angel, that's for sure.
It's kind of creepy when you call her beautiful.
Well,
but
look at her.
I'm
She's
just gonna-
gorgeous. Are
She's
you kidding me?
aesthetically pleasing.
I can say things like that because I'm not her master or her
He's not
like,
my master.
server
He's not
or
my master.
So, like,
the
what, the
person who's
parents can't
teaching
call
her.
their child pretty or beautiful?
It's
Like,
kind
when
of-
your daughter gets wedding day, you can
Truly-
you are so beautiful!
So who
It's
wants to
awkward.
sit in the buggy first? I'll
stay
drive.
inside.
I'll walk on the outside.
Yeah, as the Divine Twins keep you on track,
I
as
think
they
the
have
four of us would
probably
make a
for the
really
last
good
week
team.
and a half.
The 4 of us would get along and we would have a grand old time and we would do money grabbing.
No, I love it. I love it.
Okay.
So if we 4 teamed up, we could be very strong and very good together, but
Not as good as me.
yes, you
Right,
alone
it's
are better than
understandable.
all of us. Maybe you should go away.
So we're gonna do a rotation of us like switching out and stuff like
Definitely.
that.
Who's on?
Are we the moms of the group?
Who's on first?
Well, I think we're
What's
the
on
oldest.
second? I'll take first watch. I'll take first
38,
watch, being bitter
25.
and
25?
trying to
Yeah, I'm okay
extend myself
Yeah.
to be like a relationship
Yes.
building
We're gonna say I'm
situation?
38.
From here, I need an
Maybe that's
animal
why.
handling check,
Gotcha.
and I need a survival check. As
Animal handling is going to be a hard 9,
a 9.
and a survival
So
is going to be a 17.
I'm driving.
17.
Oh, I guess I'm sitting on top of the
Yeah,
buggy.
yeah. You're in the buggy.
Oh.
Oh, I thought
He-
my bad.
he-
I said I was on
okay,
top.
Three
So
was
who's-
on
Oh,
top.
no.
What are we
Three was on
doing?
top.
So I was gonna go sit with 3 because I'm buttered.
Oh,
Oh yeah, no. Stay with 3 on the top. Okay, that's fine. But I'm driving.
Okay, that's fine.
I'm actually
Then I need you to
Okay.
roll. You will be in the back like, hey, I think we should do this. Hey, I think we should do this.
24.
Okay, so that's gonna be your
Nice.
animal handling. Roll a survival.
Oh,
or
hold on,
was that
animal-
your survival?
That was my survival.
Okay, now roll an animal
Okay.
handling. We got this.
oh, nice. It just
21. I know, right? 21.
21. Oh, geez. You're cruising just fine. You keep on the trail pretty well.
extra speedy.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
trying to keep up.
My hair's flowing.
You guys are up on the
Oh,
trail
no, I won't go fast.
very
I'm
well.
walking. I'm not going fast.
Really? Starting
Yeah, you're not going too fast.
I'm not.
You're the Fey horses. You don't want the buggy to bounce. But you guys are you're doing all right. You're at the point where you're not seeing people on the trail anymore. The
imagine
trail
your heads are
splits
on
off quite a bit now, like into just the woods to the left, or towards the coast to the right. You get probably 20 miles outside of the city of Thogport that I said you were in, where the dice is on the map. You get about 20 miles outside of Thogport, and you start entering a very heavy fog.
Right, now I'm getting it. The guy who named the city had a list.
It's a good joke. Thogport.
I ever heard of Thogport having a fog system?
You would know that you guys are right up against the sea. Fog's pretty common in this area.
Okay.
What would be weird to you as you guys are kind of going is you start seeing the forest like almost eroding as you go. It's almost starting to die. Like the trees are turning black. They're growing some weird fungus on them of different colors, some purples, blues, reds.
I'm gonna start holding my breath.
Okay.
Sorry.
I can do that indefinitely.
Oh, okay. It's
That changes everything.
Like, so
Like-
you're gonna-
smooth.
No, that's my trait. I can literally hold my breath and stop.
Okay,
I thought you
I
were
dig
just gonna
it.
be like,
So you
Like a
all,
tantrum, like
yeah. As you guys are kind of going through the fog, you guys see Willow at the top just go.
Should we be concerned? What are you doing?
She'll be fine. She can just do that.
right,
for
it's
as long
all
as-
this stuff out here. From everything that I can tell, I've been watching her. There's like these weird trees and whatnot that I don't know if you've ever seen a purple tree before, but it's purple, and I think she's trying to avoid consuming or ingesting
Right,
some sort of
should
spore.
we be concerned?
Well, I'm not dead yet. So.
I telepathically tell Emberly we should probably have everyone hang out in the buggy, just in
Okay.
case this air may be contaminated.
Is the buggy known to be sealed tight?
Well, we should probably go in the
I
buggy.
will pull out
The air might
a
be
small
contaminated.
flint and a piece of cotton, and I will ignite that piece of cotton just so it's embering and go around all the seams, and I am pretty sure it is not. I don't know.
When you guys close up all the windows and
I can't
everything,
even tell.
there are a couple like leaks, air leaks here and there.
Right? I told you it's because he was an old man.
But you don't.
right?
You feel like
he
it is.
probably skimped out on the cord that he was using for the cop butter for all this magic. He probably went with a 6-gauge instead of a 4-gauge because he's a cheap bastard. Truly, that's all it
I
is.
telepathically
Bold
tell Emberly, I'm like, I bet he wishes he took the job now.
No, I really
Bold.
don't.
I
Voltaire,
can't talk. I
You
tell
know
telepathically
she-
because I'm holding my breath. I
Never
can't
mind.
release air.
Voltaire, I will let you roll a nature check, and you can kind of gauge whether this is entering or not.
Escalators! Escalators!
Nat 20.
Yes!
Nice.
So what it
You
is?
can
You
put it with
just
chunks. Do
you
we
like
just need to make you a million chunks?
flat
You can-
line, and then
like-
you have
Yep.
20s, and then flat line.
You can
Long
definitely.
flat line, long flat
You
line.
can definitely tell that it still leaks in to the cabin of your guys' buggy with all the windows closed. It does seem to be slower. And with that check, what's that go up to? Just curious, what does your nature go to?
Yeah, hold on. I mean, it's a nat 20. Oh, That goes down to a 19.
Okay. So that's probably about all you would gauge. You do notice that they are spores of some kind. It's not really a fog.
I can tell you what, this is no fog. These are a bunch of little dingle dangles in the air. They're called spores. You might know about them, actually.
You're gonna have to talk to me telepathically because I
Maybe we
closed the
could
window.
use some fire or something to burn out the spores out in the area, perhaps. Try shooting a whoosh everywhere if you can.
Right, are you saying that there's actually spores in the air and it's not a fog?
I
is what you're
take,
saying?
That is correct. That's
I'm going to immediately start tinkering and adjusting everything, fine-tuning it so that it is a beautiful, seamless seal, and we are in an airtight. And as soon as I'm done with everything, I will fart as hard as possible.
Roll a performance check for me. Because this is going to take you some time to do.
I'm gonna take 10 minutes to cast telepathic bonds so we
11.
can reduce the amount of time we're spending opening our mouths and shit like that.
What are you casting?
I'm casting a ritual for telepathic bond. Basically, we can just talk to each other telepathically.
Ah,
That's
okay.
it.
Okay.
It lasts an hour.
Yeah, and Budownik, you guys kind of watch him like trying to seal some things. It's not going too great.
I'm still
for
driving,
him.
by the way.
You're still
I cast
driving.
telepathy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and he tried to seal up the windows, and he was not very
through that?
successful at it, unfortunately. However, he does do a couple things for you guys. There are some moments where you watch Budownik kind of open a window to try to like seal it, and some of the spores like go in a little bit, and he like closes it real quick, like, and it's not the best, definitely not the best work that he's done in his life. As he forgets to shut a door, and then and you guys keep going.
I'll keep my head on swivel.
That
so-
takes Budownik about an hour to complete.
Down it.
While he's doing that,
down
I'm
it.
be like, excuse me, Amber Bees, is that your name?
Close.
Amber Bees, could you perhaps light a flame just towards a bit of an open space and see if maybe we can torch the spores that are in the air?
Yeah,
We're
so,
telepathic now, right?
Yes.
We are.
I
All of you
immediately
guys.
say, based on science, I do not believe that it's a good idea to light a flame in a sealed container
No.
that may have gas.
I'm gonna peek.
It's not the gas though.
Do
it
we have a
is
window? Is there a window in the back?
Well, there's a window that connects to.
There is a window in the back. Yeah, there's two.
So should I open the window in the back and shoot it from behind us?
Yes, it is a spore. It is not the gas. It's not combustible or explosion thingy. I don't know what you say.
Have we never
Before this
heard about
happens, I'm just
mines?
gonna like
That if
reach
there
out,
is
get a vial,
flammable
and cap the
entity,
air.
that
Yeah,
as soon as
definitely.
you light it, everything
I already said that
surrounding
as you were kind of like fixing
burns.
windows, you were
Like,
having to
we're
open
in
them a little bit, and there was
bubble
some coming in.
of
And
flammable air,
Oh, yeah,
perhaps.
that's a possibility.
Right, I say we just blow ourselves all to hell.
All right, I'll
I
I can just
switch.
keep going. I can just keep going.
I
Do you,
just
keep
okay,
going.
do you have like air wind abilities?
Yes.
Can you just like blow them away from our buggy?
That is also maybe
You know,
a
just
better
kind of
idea.
push with air.
Neslet is so smart. She has always been the ideal lady. I try, but it's just never quite as good as Nestle.
Right,
Good girl, Nestle.
this one's the brains, and you're the
He is the brawn.
Oh, is that
He can take it.
right? That's the word that I was
Very
searching
strong.
for.
You know
So
this. You know that
careful.
I'm very strong. I'm a very strong person. You know
Oh
that.
shit!
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could do that. I'm gonna grab my fan that I have.
Fan.
And
PH.
Fan.
There's an elephant on it.
I take my fan and I'm gonna go around like this, and I'm gonna fupa my fan.
yeah.
Fuck you.
Do you by chance have this in real life? A fan.
Oh, I have one at home
I
next
do
time.
have one. Oh no, Devin, you might my back right there.
Um,
My bad.
My bag.
I'm glad we're so tight.
Sorry, man.
Sorry, give me. Sorry.
Oh no, you're fine. And what are you gonna do with it?
Right.
Well, no, and now I want to do it. So don't
Okay. Okay, I'm sorry.
Let me.
Let me
That's
first.
not
Yeah.
mine. That's not mine. It's in the side pocket. It's
Hi
in the side
everybody,
pocket.
visit woodenskill.com if you would like to see more of our map.
It truly is great.
We are
I've
working
been
on
spending
it.
a lot of time on
Okay.
it.
So I'm gonna take my fan. I'm gonna go around and just flapa,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna just go
What happened to the fupa?
Fuck you up. I'm gonna fuck you up, man. And I'm gonna go gust of wind, and that is going to the gust can disperse gas or vapor, and it can extinguish candles and torches.
Okay.
It does a line of strong wind 60 feet long and 10 feet wide in a direction that I choose.
Okay. Are you doing this every 5 seconds to get it out of your way, or
No,
what?
so
Is this
ultimately,
a one-time deal?
as soon as I do this, I telepathically told Emberly that she should go ahead and do a flame at the same time I did that.
Oh, so you guys are
Push the
flame
spores
throwing
away.
in front of you.
I am going ahead and just using the
Where's
gust of
point
wind,
the flame, then?
and she's going to burn
To test
away
ahead
To see
see
if
to
we
it.
can
test
burn it.
to see if we can burn it.
Oh,
But
okay.
that way it doesn't
We're
immediately
clearing.
light
We're
up
clearing the
very fast.
area around.
I'm
us
clearing the area
Okay,
around us to
okay.
do that.
And
Okay.
then
Yeah.
lighting.
Definitely. So you open up a window and reach your hand out and flame on. You cast your wind with her flame, and you guys, being the divine twins of Everstone, have practiced some spells
Was that
together.
mocking?
And you guys use a spell,
Descending.
a combo spell, and basically have a flamethrower out front of the carriage. I'm gonna say
How did the horses
you're
react?
purposely missing the horses. Yes, that was my first
We did
intention.
it over the horse.
Maybe an angle.
Yeah.
It was like crispy burnt
You
horse.
do watch some of the spores in the air kind of catch flame, but it's not like it's a flammable material kind of thing.
Oh,
It's
okay.
like,
Okay, somewhat good.
it'd be like if you basically blew a dandelion in the air and tried to light it on fire in the air, right? You're gonna see a couple little embers here and there.
Cool. I'm going to hasten
Right, what we
the
need is a can of
the
axe.
speed of
Yeah.
the boogie to
You do seem
about
the guy who
like
would have a can of axe.
a little bit faster to
Okay.
where they're doing like a nice little
Yeah. And I'm gonna say right now, between Budownik trying to seal the windows and Emberly opening a window to flame throw, I'm gonna need everybody inside the cart to roll a Constitution save for me.
I'm outside. I'm inside.
You're
but-
inside.
Okay.
You're inside, but you guys have opened the windows enough times that it's been about an hour and a half, a little over an hour.
Do I have to?
15.
No, you have your breath.
Yeah, I'm holding my breath. I'm not breathing at all.
18. I'm rolling so good tonight.
You're rolling really good tonight.
You
With
sa-
my
you-
Nazlith set.
You saved. You did not save. You did not save.
I did not save.
7.
You did not
I'm
save.
the only one who's
You're the only one who saved. And as you're kind of sitting there, Nazalith, you kind of look at Budownik, you notice that he's getting a little pale. And it's looking a little rough. Budownik, and that goes for the rest of your party as well, as you kind of see Budownik and kind of look at everyone else, and you're kind of starting to question some things.
I think I have really bad allergies.
You guys, the feelings you guys would be getting right now is
Close the windows. Close the windows.
You're
Yeah,
they're
I just
closed
walked in.
now.
Okay.
You would be getting the feeling of serious breathing issues, where you're starting to kind of struggle to breathe, and you're starting to
Is
feel
she
a little.
okay because she was
She's
holding her
okay,
breath?
I'm
but
not
she's
breathing
holding
at
her
all,
breath.
yeah.
She's the only one not
I
breathing.
can hold my breath.
And you guys would start feeling
Yeah, that's crazy.
your lungs tighten up, and it feels like another round of that. You'll probably take a point of exhaustion as you keep pushing through this.
In a 6-second round, or
No,
in another
in
experience
another
of
hour and a half. You guys, now that you're sealed,
Yeah, we're
you
not
still
gonna
have a
open the
little
door
bit
again.
in there,
We're
right?
not
Because you
gonna
guys
open
open
it.
things. You're not gonna be able to get it all out.
that. With that feeling,
But
I am
you've bought yourself more time because it is sealed.
I'm going to reach into my bag,
Yeah.
and I have all sorts of shit in there.
Yep.
From cloth to metals to woods, tinkering shit, and I am going to, with the best of my knowledge, observing the air in the tube that I have, try and determine with some magnifying glasses what size micron these fucking things are,
Yes.
and I'm going to fashion a respirator for myself
okay.
from the best of my abilities.
Do roll a performance check for me and let me
Charisma
know.
based.
Whatever you want.
While he's doing that, I'm going to telepathically ask them, do we have any healers in our group in case something happens? That is not something I specialize in. Are we prepared at all?
I do say yes. I am a
performance.
cleric that will heal.
I also heal.
That's interesting. I do a little bit of healing
Jesus
myself,
Christ.
actually. Do you guys have anything that would possibly get rid of poison?
I have lesser restoration.
Yes.
Stop making me do charisma rolls.
You're the one who built the
It might be a little bit
You
easier
should
for
know you're
me.
going to do
As a
performance
paladin,
checks.
I can
Or is there
lay my
tinkering
hands
checks?
on someone.
It's like
and I can
well, I guess if I
heal
add my
poisons
my
for
proficiency
a
bonus
small
to it, it would be
fee,
9.
a
So I'm
small
using my tinkering
toll.
tools.
Because you're
But
using your tinkering.
maybe it
I would
be
I would
better
assume
to
it's
do
not a.
releasing an entire,
I'll let you decide
expenditure
whatever
of
you
one
want.
of your
I'm not here to
points.
That's
I
very
will follow
considerate.
you.
No. You're a tinker.
So,
You're
yes,
going
if
about
you-
what
I would
Don't
assume
think
it's
that
using
we
your
tried first
noggin,
before,
not your
using one of your more powerful spells.
Are you feeling ill?
charisma.
Oh, I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. So you want an intelligence.
Something intelligence
Okay.
based.
Is anyone down with the sickness?
Okay. If you rolled intelligence, what would you have gotten?
I would have rolled an.
Yes! I give her a hi-ya! And a woo-ah! And then I kick her, sir. Yes!
I'm definitely the
13,
kind of guy who would like
which
hum
is not
car
very good.
music as I was driving a car.
But
I would do that.
But yeah, you Budonic, you sit down and you start Budnik. Budonic.
go down.
You sit down there and you begin tinkering away. You guys kind of watch him like looking in his tube at this thing.
That will be my primary focus until
Yeah.
I figure it the fuck
It's
out.
you know that it's gonna take you another hour and a half to get somewhere with this.
Still
right?
driving.
And you guys are still driving. You would notice about 30 minutes goes by.
Whoa!
The road ends.
Right, are we going to talk about this? Has anybody noticed that like everything seems to just be coming to a total and complete shithead, full on?
What do I notice?
I'm tired.
You would
Does
notice
anybody
that
understand
the
magic well enough? Does this seem like a magical fog, maybe?
you notice that the road is still there with your roll that you gave me at the beginning of this, but it is now being covered with a moss. It's like a bluish, blackish moss. It has a white tint to it, and it's like almost the same pattern as the grass. It almost looks like the grass is what's turning into this moss. It's not like another thing taking over
Have
it.
I ever seen this coloration of moss before?
You can roll a history or a nature check. I'll let you decide.
I'll do this.
Do you have any sense that this fog is magical in nature?
You can
28.
investigate if you'd like, or if you have a
I don't
spell.
have detect.
Detect. Yeah.
I
Is that a
see.
history or
History.
a? Okay. Yeah. So you would.
I'm a sage. Very knowledgeable. Read books.
You know that in recent times, like this moss is fairly new. You're not sure
Oh.
why or how or what it is, but you know that this moss doesn't go back very far as far
Okay.
as like
A new technique.
written books are. Yeah.
A new moss variation.
You're not 100%. You can't gather much else outside of that, other than you know that it's.
It's of a natural entity versus a magical.
You would know that it is. It's said to be in areas that are, like quote unquote, contaminated.
Okay, I tell. We're still telepathic, right?
That's an hour.
The type of moss that I am noticing seems to be a new variation of moss that I have not read upon before, and it seems to be in areas that are contaminated. It seems that we may be coming to an area that may be hazardous.
I do not like these. How far are we on the map to the next location?
We will be another week till we get to our final destination.
Don't say that.
I always was afraid of logs.
Oh man!
Log sounds are terrifying.
Phrasing. I apologize.
Are we not doing crazy?
We're not doing phrasing. Until we get to our location, it will take us about another week or so.
Does it seem like it's getting worse or better?
You are. It seems like
Being
you
out
guys are
there.
moving into the thick of it.
It's getting more
I'm gonna
dense.
assume you guys are speaking
Telepathically. I'm not
So,
breathing at all
right.
and letting out any oxygen.
No, I keep putting the mask on my face and going, that's not fucking good enough.
I don't like how this is going.
Alright, has anybody taken the time out of their day to try and identify what this is? Look
I
at
was
you.
pondering
Go
through the
punk.
worlds and nothing came to me.
Right, okay, well,
Well, we could head south to Randoon and take a long.
I'm going to put my respirator down for just a moment, and I'm going to pull out a pearl that is like long and thin and stretched and has like all these cool little feather designs in it. And it looks like an owl feather, and I'm going to just walk around smudging everything, all
This
the corners
is
I
a
can
great
find
look.
for 11 minutes.
Yeah.
And I'm going to ritual cast Identify and see if I can identify what the fuck these spores are.
I've slowed down and stopped the carriage. I have not moved the carriage, by the way.
Does that work?
Right,
Is
no.
that magical or is that natural? What does
Choose
that
one
mean?
object that you must touch throughout the casting of the spell. So I guess maybe I could like take my pinky and shove it inside of the tube of air that I have. If it is a magical item or some other magic imbued object, you learn the properties, how to use them, whether it requires attunement to use, how many charges it has, if any. You learn whether any spells are affecting the item and what they are, and if the item was created by a spell, you learn which spell created it.
As you do this, you get no magical presence from this at all. It is.
What a fact. I'm outside of my realm.
It seems to be natural.
I am going to.
Oh, for fan's sake.
Wait, this sounds like some sort of contrived shit that an elephant would think up in his sleep, but truly, I'm not sure what's going on here. And then telepathically, I'm going to change my voice and try and sound like the movie theater announcer when I speak.
Mr. Movie Phone?
Yeah.
Oh, I'd love to.
Welcome to the movie.
I am going to cast Clairvoyance and go a mile, see, go up and a mile in
Into
front
the.
of us.
Okay.
Well, I guess follow
How far
the
does
trail.
clairvoyance let
A
you
mile.
see?
A mile.
I know, but as you are like, what is?
I'm
the-
not moving it right
Yeah.
Oh, what's the radius?
now. Well, the range is a mile.
Okay.
But what's
okay.
the
It
radius
doesn't
of
have.
your
Right.
effect?
I'm wondering if it's
As
like a
much as
60
she can
foot.
see, because
Oh,
it's
okay,
her
okay.
vision.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
fine. Roll a perception check for me as you do this.
18 plus 8.
Damn. It's 26. So as you fly up and out, you are looking over, and it gets thicker and thicker and thicker. There's these weird plants. The tops of them look like they're dying. They're like covered in this black. You get to a certain point, not too far, probably about 45 minutes in front of you, to an hour in front of you, and there is a person kind of tucked on the ground in a ball, like up against a tree.
But I still see the spores.
It's foggy this whole way.
Still
The
super
whole
foggy.
time you go, and you just see this one person kind of like rocking back and forth next to a tree. Can you hear with
Because
that
I
by
can
chance?
talk, right?
She can switch between seeing and
Okay,
hearing.
so you're just like visualizing this at the moment. The tree is it's a big white tree. You've never seen anything like this before. The leaves on this tree have to be bigger than you, and there's probably only a couple of them. I don't think you can talk, but you can hear.
Well,
or you can
No,
see.
she can talk to them.
Oh.
It's just she can't
Yes.
see anything. Her eyes are like, well,
I'm going to tell them about 45 minutes ahead. There's still spores, still super foggy. There is a humanoid crawling in the ball, going back and forth, out in the open.
it's living.
Yes.
Can
It
you-
seems like it's moving. It's rocking.
Can you hear what it is saying? Any words?
I switched to hearing.
When you switch to hearing, you just hear like a crying, and it's a female, and
It's
it
a
is
woman
just a
and she's
deep, just
crying.
like it's a very like worrisome, scared crying.
She seems to be very scared. She is crying. She's
There's somebody that needs a help.
In the middle of a poisonous wood.
I have to agree with Willow that
Oh fuck.
this is definitely some sort of trap.
Who is this?
Coming soon to a buggy near us.
Rated R.
I've seen plays in Ceta-Gatling that sound a lot like the plot line to what we're dealing with right now.
What?
And I feel like we should probably...
What is this? What are you doing? What is
Can you not change the voice in your head when you're reading?
Oh, so you're getting fancy. You're having fun with this.
This is way too much fun. I've never been able to speak telepathically before.
Okay, guys, what do you
I'm
want
spinning.
to do?
Look, all I heard is
Oi,
that
get off my lawn!
there seems to be a person
Oi,
in need of
get
help,
off my
and
lawn!
we should go and help the person. They need help. We should do that.
Remember what you said earlier about wasting your time and trying to do good things at the same time?
That's what you said.
That is actually what you said. I said we help.
I just thought it was a great quote.
It was
I'm
not.
still looking around
We
to see
don't
if there's
know
anything
what this
happening.
Yeah,
person
definitely.
is doing in this. We're weird place.
We don't know what we're doing in this weird place.
But it might be a trap.
But it might be a friendly ally, best friend we've ever had.
Can you check more southern?
Yes. So
Two most
I
intelligent
float
people in our
away
group.
and I go
It's a trap.
south.
Okay, when you go south, you follow back the path you already came from. It
they're
looks the
crowding
same
behind
as
us.
when you pass it. There's really
That's what we
nothing much going on. That's
I just kind of
different.
float around.
Yeah, and as you
1
kind of
mile
float around, you
radius-
notice the more west you go is the thicker part of this. It's where it gets a little more thick. When you get towards the coast and south, it's a little less thick. I would say, how long does this last?
10 minutes.
I would say
Or wait, casting time 10 minutes.
the
Casting time
casting
takes 10 minutes.
Oh, okay.
But how long does it last for?
Concentration up to 10 minutes.
Concentration up to 10 minutes.
Casting time 10 minutes. Oh, okay. Yeah, 10 minutes too.
Okay, then you probably wouldn't have gone too far outside of
Okay.
north, south. And as soon as you click back into your south, all of you telepathically hear.
Telepathically here? We can actually hear.
Telepathically, you hear.
What are you doing in my forests?
And that's where we'll go to halftime. We're gonna replay our intro video because we fucked up again.
did
on
we
that.
did we set it?
So we're gonna do that
set it?
at the beginning. Maybe we'll do it right now for you, and then we're gonna go to half. That'll be about 5 minutes, and then we'll come back. So go empty your bladders because that's what
Wait.
we're gonna do.
Wait.
Grab your preferential beverages, and I'm going to filibuster for about 30 seconds.
That's exactly
as
what you're going to do. I'm
Mike
going to switch to
fixes
Wait, here's what we're
our-
going to do. We're going to transition out.
Welcome back to the Witness Guild. So before we left off our adventurers, well, I guess we'll go through a couple notes first. Jesus Christ, Zoe. We'll go through a couple notes first. He's a beautiful beer can tower. Don't try to ruin it.
Gust of wind.
Close. Yeah, so we showed our halftime. We showed our intro video at halftime. Kinda, we messed up again. But we got it formatted finally, so we won't ever have to do that ever again in our lives. We'll play it at the end when we close out. We'll play it one more time because we are excited about it.
Last words.
Outside of that, let's get back to the game. Where we left off, our adventurers met with Chancellor Torlane of Ceta-Gatling after being sent on an investigation-style mission to Everena. The group has now traveled about 1,200 of their 2,000 total miles.
Traveled white.
You guys have traveled quite a bit. It's been a very tense week and a half, especially around Budownik. People are, button heads a little with Budownik, but he is making you guys things here and there, and it's okay.
He made me up.
A nice crown. You guys left the city of Thogport. About 40 miles went by. Once you guys got into the woods, you noticed that some of the woods had began to die. These huge trees that were originally there. They were a couple 100 feet tall, now laying on the floor, turning into a fungus and a moss. There's a cloud that you guys are in of
There's
spores.
A fungus among us.
You guys already had to roll once for your Constitution
That's an
saves.
album. That's a good one.
And now you guys are debating on what you're going to do.
We heard the voice.
You did hear...
All right, at the sound of the voice, I'm going to pull
A
a red gem out of my pocket that is framed in gold, and I'm going to look at Emberly and be like, "Do you trust me?" And I'm going to shove it onto her chest and bop it, and it is going to release some claws and go and grab into your skin, and that's an amulet of health.
Okay.
An amulet of health.
Thank you so much. That's very kind of you.
In between her breastises.
It does.
Yeah, it's just like it's sitting there. Like,
It does
Push and
pinch.
separate, or
Yeah.
is it lift and push?
I'm gonna say it pushes and lifts.
Oh!
It's like it's like a nice,
Nice.
up, like we're teenagers again.
I appreciate you doing that gift for me.
Right, the last time I gave you a wait, no, I'm sorry. The last time I gave you a gift,
Yeah,
you
it's
did not
still
appreciate
telepathic.
that
Yeah.
gift.
I'm gonna steer the Fey horses southern. Because I'm guessing the road end, you said, right?
No, it kept going. It was
Oh,
just
then I'm gonna
covered in moss.
That's where the person crying was.
Yep, I'm going
North?
forward, north.
Okay.
What city
Well,
are we
not
closest
north,
to at this
west.
You're still closest to Thogport. It's about...
Yeah, we're 4 miles out from
okay.
Lockport.
We got 40 miles behind you. I would say it's been about an hour and 15 minutes at this point,
Yeah.
based on the spells that were done in the debating that
So we
happened.
can't talk anymore.
Don't forget, you guys did hear a
I can
voice
recast it. It's original spell.
at the end of that.
I'm gonna take 2 minutes and recast until that.
Well, do you breathe the air, or can you hold your breath like your partner
I
there?
can't.
Then it doesn't matter that we talk, because no matter what, we have to breathe. And I don't think the talking is what brings it into our line. I think it's probably
The talking accelerates, intake of air and all
I
that
am crafting my
stuff.
ass off right now.
maybe we should talk.
Roll
into
an
a piece of
intelligence
cloth
check
or
for
something.
That should be.
What are you making first and
Maybe.
foremost?
I'm making a respirator to
Oh,
filter
you're
out
still
the
building
particles.
the
Yes, I'm going for the
respirator.
same thing.
Okay.
That is a 27.
Okay, I'll get back to you.
I'm gonna rip a piece of cloth and I'm gonna tie it around my snout.
Okay. Right on.
Have you guys ever heard of this thing called the coven?
I haven't heard of a thing called COVID.
Oh my god.
Could you elaborate on what this strange...
No. That is not not here.
What's the year? What's the year?
797.
COVID-97.
Yeah. It'd just be 7, I think.
It'd be 90.
Okay.
Why is it 19 if it's not 97?
I don't know. Yeah, so two of you, you're working on a respirator. You put your shirt around your mouth just to try to filter out some of these spores. And again, you guys hear telepathically,
Oh yeah, I forgot that happened.
with whispers almost. Why are you here? It just keeps going.
Is it audible?
And repeating.
Or is
hear
it
it
in my
telepathically.
skull?
It is in your skull.
I'm just
Gotcha.
gonna say out loud.
In each one of you,
Does anyone want to answer the creepy whisper voice?
I'm going to block it out of my head.
Nope, I can't.
you can do
I'm
that.
gonna say out loud, we're just passing through and mean no harm.
Unless you are an evil person, in which case we will definitely come to kill you.
I'm still listening to their responses.
Yeah, and I'm gonna assume you guys are trotting north now.
Yes, I am. Well, not north, but west, right? I don't want to.
It's a northwest position.
Okay, yes.
I thought you meant so.
I thought we were done.
No. You guys did not answer me, so I took initiative.
Oh, okay.
She
good.
did.
Well, I can't help it that Buddha Nick is your butthole.
No one answered me.
So you are going in
That's
bigger
like
and
this.
deeper and deeper.
Yes,
into
I
this.
I
Um,
know, it's
Nope.
just weird. At a time like this, and you're still a butthole.
and as you answer, the
True
whispers snap and go away.
I did it.
That's all I'm focused on right now.
I'm
Okay.
still going. I'm looking.
Okay, and
I'm
about
here.
another 15 minutes goes by. I need you, not you, I need you three to roll Constitution
Not
saves
you?
for me.
Not me.
Jesus Christ.
You, Fashion.
Beat it. I beat it.
My 27 didn't know.
He did nat 20 plus a 2.
15!
Don't say.
Nat
21.
20, nat 20.
Nat 20.
Wait.
Nat 20.
Hold that thought. Don't say anything. Wait, no, you got 21?
Yeah.
So you're fine.
Okay,
Never
I
mind.
got
They're both fine. As you are sitting there tinkering, you are almost complete with this thing with that 27. If it wasn't for the previous roll before that, you probably would be.
I do have
With the 27, I gave you about a 30-minute clock on that to finish. And you take a point of exhaustion as you begin coughing pretty heavily.
I will go over to the Buddha Nick, and I'll say, Buddha Nick, do you trust me? And I'm going to put my hands on him anyways. And I'm going to lay on hands, and I'm going to take 5 points of that and try and cure any maladies of any sort.
Okay. Read that spell to me.
Lay on hands. You have a pool of healing power that can restore 70 HP per long rest. As an action, you can touch a creature to restore a number of HP remaining in the pool, or 5 HP to either cure a disease or neutralize a poison affecting this creature.
Okay.
Does it work?
It would work as a poison. However, the exhaustion, it won't continue.
So I'm not
To
poisoned,
hurt
but I
him.
am exhausted.
But you're going to keep that exhaustion. Your body's not going to heal, but the poison's going to stop working temporarily.
Okay.
Well, Buddha Nick, I tried. I don't know what to tell you.
I'm gonna swat his hand away.
Yeah.
Get the fuck off me, I'm working.
You do feel like a slight sigh of relief.
I, however, feel though
But you
that,
do feel
maybe
exhausted.
the breathing mask thing that I did here would be a good idea for the rest of you if you want to continue.
And I would
to
say that
Yeah,
like,
air.
very shortly after this, you managed to finish your
And I'm going to put it
respirator.
on. It is
I make myself
very
it on.
oddly close to like a BDSM mask.
Yeah, you literally found a can, a couple
there you go.
cloths.
Alright.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Yeah, and you managed to
There's like a
fasten
metal frame,
a nice
it's
little
like-
frame to snap it together. You put that onto like this weird rubber-esque kind of material you had
Latex.
and formed a mask, like almost like a leathery rubber.
I ripped my skirt and make a.
You look like you have a crab on
Ooh,
your face.
there you
I
go.
take out a handkerchief.
You
and
might-
just kinda-
Okay.
Think that,
And you guys would know that about gives you a
Capable,
double
but I was
time.
born
It doesn't
straight.
save you
Born
100%.
to
Just slows
die.
it down.
It just slows it down. And as you travel another 15 minutes, I will now need Voltaire to roll his.
I'm going to start working, since he was the first one to make action for
Yeah.
me, I'm going to start working on a very, very close to like a yiff muzzle for that guy.
Okay.
But as a respirator, knowing that this one works, I'm going to start cranking away on his.
What
Okay.
check was I making, Chris?
Constitution save.
I cannot do any spells because most of them require verbal.
16.
You just barely failed.
Wow,
and
really?
having
Barely
failed,
You barely.
You barely failed.
You just so.
having failed your last one as well, you begin coughing heavily, and you're going to take a point of exhaustion.
Well, we didn't open the windows, right?
Okay,
So
can
they're,
you-
are you saying
The windows are
I'm
closed.
pretty sure if we were outside, this would be like a round by round thing.
It would be a little quicker if you were outside. It would be a little quicker if you weren't wearing the masks now. You guys have slowed it down twofold.
I'm going to
Can I-
Vaughn's.
No, go ahead.
I'm gonna keep tinkering, and I'm gonna look over and be like 3, 0,
Chris.
and 3 is going to like pick his head up and like do a little like mantis scrape, and he's going to crawl over like all slippery slidey like a shrimpy, and he's gonna crawl up your leg while you're coughing, and he's going to end up on your arm around your elbow and your forearm and your upper arm, and he's gonna brace around the back side, and then as soon as he grabs onto you, it's not gonna be tight. It's just like almost like wearing like an elbow pad, I would say, and he bends right at your joint. Like he's very intuitive, and he's gonna put his claws on your wrist to kind of help brace your forearm. And then I'm going to, for just a quick minute, be like, okay, cool. Bear's endurance, and I'm going to cast enhance ability on you through 3 on 0. Bear's endurance. You have advantage on all of your Constitution saving throws. Well, let's see. You have advantage on Constitution checks, and also gain 2d6 temporary hit points, which are lost when the spell ends.
Again, I would say that, consent is important, but thank you very much. I have a question.
Yeah.
When I did lay hands on him, did I cure a poison? Did I cure something?
You would have felt it take on the poison aspect.
That's what I told you.
I didn't hear him say
Yes.
that.
That's
Okay.
not true.
All right, so then I will
Yourself.
do the same to myself.
Okay. And you will feel yourself where it seems to halt. How long does that spell last? Just curious. Or okay.
It's just
It just
cure.
cures
It's like a
it.
lesser restoration.
I have 70
So you would
points,
know
it takes 5.
if it cures it. Now you're wearing a mask and you're inside this container. You do have probably 3-ish hours before you'd have to make another check with your 2 now coverages. You are in the same boat. You have about 3
I am
hours.
now
You
hastening the
respirator?
process
Fine.
of the phase.
your respirator's a little nicer than their masks. I will give you that, especially with your 27.
I know,
I'm just
right?
curious.
No.
If I have to change stuff out, I will.
I will give you a 5-hour.
You probably
You have a 5-hour
Yeah.
check, and that's between every check.
Oh,
right?
crap.
So that's like it'll take you a long time before you're.
So are you saying with just my cover, or did you make me one?
I'm making you one right now.
Okay.
If you didn't catch the drift, every 2 fails is an exhaustion point.
I am hastening the Fey horses now.
Yeah,
Fast.
and as you go, and you're galloping on this road.
Keeping it head out for like.
Yeah, you now all begin to hear the crying of this lady.
I'm
And,
gonna go
and-
faster.
We're gonna burn her.
and as you're approaching it,
Nope, keep going.
Burn her!
you go right by
I'm
her.
gonna go right
Oh
back.
yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah,
Sorry.
no,
Just
I
gonna
love it. I love
Keep
it.
going.
Yeah, I love it.
She's gonna be like.
And you go
Oh my God,
flying
yes,
by.
we thought you just passed over.
Fireball.
Oh god.
Nope. Just keep going.
Burn this horse to the ground, baby.
Yeah, definitely. And as you keep going, it gets thicker and thicker and thicker the more you drive. There's a certain point where your horses are beginning to have a hard time walking through this moss.
Oh, the horses.
They're
The
fake.
Fey.
Oh,
Yeah.
It's okay. It's not as bad.
scared me.
It's not
Wonder
as
Yeah.
why they made the Fae.
bad.
And they're managing to pull you, but like having to pull the cart and like make their way through all this thick vines is beginning to take a bit
Can
of a
I, like-
toll on them.
Hold on.
And think mage hand.
Yeah.
Well, we have that mage hand on top of that.
Yeah. I'm gonna. How do I control mage
Push it.
hand? I'm gonna like
Here.
emulate mage hand, and I'm gonna be like aim for the ground and like try to have it like pull the moss.
Yeah. So you would know that you pretty much have
You
full
can hope the
control of
10
it
counts.
mentally.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna have it start pulling the moss in front of the horses like up and just
Okay.
throwing off to the side.
My character is immune.
I'm
to
going
disease.
to.
Well read, sir.
New character, give me a break, man.
Okay.
Oh.
Divine health.
Yeah,
immunity to
because you're a
disease.
paladin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did I tell you poison or disease?
You said
You
poison.
said poison.
Poison.
Sorry, bud.
That's not. So
Depends
it's
on where
poison that
it's
gives me
coming from.
exhaustion, but it's not.
Poison is
disease?
like a toxin that's created by a plant or animal as a way to fend off some sort of like aggressor.
Sure.
Whereas a disease is a pathogen, something that lives or needs something that's living in order to
spores
enact its.
Spores are living.
Yeah,
Yeah, but they're not needed
They
to
can be
live
poison.
off.
they can create an endotoxin. Spores can create an. That's why black mold's so dangerous.
Don't go to sleep with your hair wet on a pillow.
All right.
Very.
Oh,
I had a friend who got black mold on her
Sorry,
pillow.
Snappy.
Gross.
Wet hair.
That's
Yeah, that is
fucking
gross.
gross.
Yeah, so as you get your mage hand out, it begins pulling. This slows you guys down quite a bit at that point. The mage hand is not the quickest thing in the world, being that
I
it
send mine
can
out
pull
as
so
well
much weight.
to help.
Okay, definitely. So you guys are now scraping. It gets you a little faster. I would say your movement right now is probably about 20 feet.
20 feet. Okay.
We haven't lost. Nobody's lost hit points, right?
No.
No.
And I would say that I'll let two of you roll a perception check for me.
My perception is plus.
I am
I have
busy.
pretty high perception.
I'm
go.
busy for him.
Okay.
-1.
Give her your advantage then.
I have insane perception,
I don't
but
perceive.
I'm busy. My
Woo!
investigation.
26.
Okay.
Ridiculously, give me.
That was at advantage.
I want it.
You can't has.
I know.
At a 26, you begin looking around, and you start noticing, like, where you guys are tearing up this vine behind you, it begins, like, growing over rather quickly. You're watching as the plants, you can, like, see them pumping out.
Willow.
No,
Spores.
no, druid? No, no druids here?
We need to give up on these and just keep going.
Just keep going with
Just
the
keep
moss?
going. This is not
Yeah.
working.
Okay, then I'm gonna like. I'm like how I don't
Yeah.
know how to the mage.
You get to do your own
Oh, okay.
your own trick to it, however you would like to call upon
Oh,
it. All you have to do is, and I would assume you did this in your like week and a half of travel,
Yeah.
is sit
Oh, yeah.
with it for about an hour
I'm
and
reading the
learn
manual
its magic.
heavily.
Right.
Yes.
And you know that you can kind of make whatever you want to do
Cool.
to cast with it.
Excellent.
Right on. So you guys just keep chugging
Yep.
away and chugging away. You're going pretty quick. Damn it, Luna!
It's a little
She's
leg
too
man.
fat to actually
Yeah.
catch it.
You're doing it. You're going pretty quick. I would say you're about at 30 feet per, round at
Okay.
this point.
All right.
But yeah, it's getting
We
thicker
passed
and
the
thicker.
woman, right? We did.
You
pass
did
her.
pass the woman, and at this
Passed
time
the
you'd
fucking
probably
chick.
hear a. Where are you going?
I telepathically say, "Out of this fog,
Why are we not staying here and
preferably."
fighting? We should save the
I
woman.
hear your response, and I say, do not communicate with whatever the fuck is talking to you. We need to fucking go.
No means no, and I keep going.
I mean, doesn't hurt to talk to him.
You don't know that.
52 no's and a
Why would we
yes.
tell it our intentions? What if it doesn't want us to leave? What if it wants to
And as
stop
you
us?
push further and further into the, fog, it's getting thicker and thicker. You're noticing that the plants seem to be just pumping more and more spores to a point where it's almost becoming a dust on your vehicle
Willow,
as you guys are driving through. You've slowed down to about 20 feet again.
Okay.
As it's getting super thick, you're now noticing that the vines look like they're almost like trying to stop you from going any
Out of
further.
curiosity.
The vines are coming.
Did
Has my
anything
tinkering
happen?
come to any
Did it-
fruition?
Did you roll another roll another intelligence
Did
check
anything
for me?
happen when Emberly sent out her fire? Did anything spark
That's
up?
A little
The
bit,
spores,
only a little
like,
bit.
Just like
Well, maybe you could be doing that in the
12.
cart here.
12.
Since
You
there's an
are
explosion, right?
13.
okay. 13. While you're sitting there just chugging away at this, you're not real sure what else is going on. You
Yeah,
are fucking
I'm
focused.
Laser focused.
There's a certain point where you guys look out the windows and they are covered in spores. With your perception check, as you're kind of like looking through the little dots in the spores, and you look out down where you came from, that is road-ish, but it's like no longer a road. It's pretty much just you're going across a plain of just gross plants.
I'm going
You
to
notice
cast
two figures.
freedom of movement.
Keep going. Say it.
You
So
would-
it casts freedom of movement on both the horses.
Perfect.
And it makes them be able to go in any terrain, even if
Yep.
it's
What is the cube of that?
difficult or
Just curious.
spells.
Do you have a cart
It's-
as well?
It just says
Get used to
1
it,
hour.
Nick.
She's casting it on the horses. The
Yeah, I
horses
know.
are no longer encumbered, but the
Right.
cart would
Yeah.
still be.
Right. I would give you more movement.
These
Can
things.
you cast it twice?
Well, he heard
Yes,
me
it's
already
not
kind of say that. Yeah, so you cast that. And as you cast that, you kind of feel the cart start to move a little quicker.
I'm like,
Behind
full
you,
on.
you definitely see two shadows kind of moving
I've been
towards you
looking for that
guys.
spell.
Have you been
I've been
utilizing the
looking for
gifts
spell
that
for like
I've
10 minutes.
bestowed upon you recently?
I'm gonna hold my breath and
Are
cover
we
my
not?
face as best as I can.
Yeah.
Right.
And then I
Have you been
quickly
using
open
it?
the window, put my hand
Is my
out,
spell
and cast
useless? Are you
firebolt
using
on
it?
them.
Is it helping?
Okay.
At
Uh,
them.
I
Yeah.
haven't had to use it yet.
Do you want
What
me
is
to
the
roll?
save?
It's an attack.
Oh, okay,
I
roll
have
for
to
an attack then.
Who
Jesus.
are you attacking?
15 to hit.
Did you say fireball?
Firebolt.
Firebolt.
Who are you shooting the firebolt at?
I'm not paying attention to you right now.
You watch as both of them very quickly, as it hits, and they kind of like
I
back
slam the
together.
window back.
Oh my gosh,
Back,
that's creepy.
back shut, and I telepathically tell everyone, we have a problem. We have what I think is magical shadow beings following behind us. I just tried to attack, and they were able to easily evade by spreading apart and coming back together.
Should we just try to dip?
We need to get out of here as quickly as we can.
Willow, as you're driving the car, since you're on top and kind of outside, and you're the only one outside. I need you to roll a perception check for me as well.
Is it not their job to defeat the evil?
What do you say, perception?
Yep.
15.
15 is just barely
I'm going
to see as that you are
oh god, I was
like you're approaching this like large ass tree,
I'm
similar
avoiding
to
it.
one that she.
Avoid the tree.
You're okay. That's fine. You are because of the vision in the fog. You're only about 40 feet from it,
Cool,
so
I'm
you're
turning.
pretty close to it. And you begin turning. As you begin turning, sitting in
Keep
the
this
top,
thing fucking straight.
you start to see the top of the tree kind of begin to move.
Oh, I'm fucking turning this shit! bending tree in my mind. The tree is bending.
I will at this point cast haste on both the horses.
Okay. Yeah.
Just
and
now? Are you kidding?
I am busy helping him. It's another
Well, now that
concentration
they
spell.
have freedom of whatever, freedom of movement,
on
and
top of haste. Yeah, come on,
Sorry,
man.
freedom of movement took me like 10 minutes to find because I'm new to spells.
Yeah, but you got it though. Good
There's
shit.
a lot of them. They're awesome. They can get
They're
rid of so much
they're
shit.
really hard to keep in control.
Oh,
I need to study them.
So as you go to cast that, you watch as this being. There's a almost like a weird green-colored lightning bolt comes out of its hand and lands in front of you guys. And right where it lands, you see the ground begin to just start vining out like crazy. And as you hit those vines, because she did it right in front of you, you slow down immediately, and you hear the whispers in your head again. Where do you think you're going?
It doesn't seem like we have much of a choice.
I am going to go ahead and do, I'm gonna take a piece of parchment out real quick. I'm gonna go like this. I'm gonna say, bless thy people that I love and care for. And I'm gonna do Shield of Faith for everyone, and they get +2 to their AC.
Right
Really?
on. And just as you do that, you hear thud, thud, right at the back of your guys' cart, where you assume two humanoid bodies are beginning to climb up. And as we describe this, we'll set the scene.
Fuck yeah! It's the first battle, guys.
I'm gonna need you all to roll initiative as well for me. But
We're gonna go say it?
I don't know. I mean, I could say something. That's gonna be for a creature.
Hey, creature.
They're
One singular
Yeah,
creature.
she can't cast it on all of us.
I was
Yeah,
like,
I'm
dude,
so-
Shield of Faith at high level is fucking super
just
OP.
kidding. That's gonna bring that back.
So-
That's gonna be.
Who
It's a
is
new
the
spell. I'm gonna put it around, I believe, our tankiest of
Wait,
people, which is probably gonna be you.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god. That's great.
Yeah.
That's so great.
This is my life now, guys.
This is what my husband does. He used to go fishing. He used to go golfing. He used to do all these other
He still
things.
does all
and
that.
now he just does D&D.
He is obsessed.
Nothing wrong with this obsession.
Chris, I rolled a 3.
I'm gonna fix this game.
Oh wait, do you tell us to roll initiative?
I did.
Oh,
I did
initiative?
roll initiative.
My first-
Wait, so hold on, Debbie. You and me go at the same time.
Oh, okay, so you. Okay.
I
We're at higher
rolled.
decks.
I rolled a 17. So
You're
we're gonna
higher
go
decks.
together, but I'm gonna go first.
Okay. And then now, okay, so now roll again for our initiative in the line.
Okay. That's gonna be. So we're 11.
Most useless nat 20 on the plane.
You know what, man? I'm looking at that 20 anytime. For any reason.
For any reason, I would say that you guys began veering this direction,
Oh, you had to using that buggy that.
That fucking buggy, dude.
and you guys are kind of like.
I remember you saying. This
I love
would
how I
be
was like, I'm
useful
not
for
gonna
next
stand up.
campaign,
Now I'm
and I was
standing up.
wondering about that.
Let's say you're right about there. With your
That's why
horses.
you were paying the horses the other day.
Don't forget that we can use it as a bomb if we need to.
Try to
It has way too much
that.
important stuff.
There's a lot of good shit on here.
Not if it comes to our life, though. You go to die? Okay.
I mean,
So
I
you
can
guys
save
are
us.
all in the buggy except for
Well,
Willow, who's kind of sitting. I'm gonna put you next to it, but you're
That's
sitting inside there, or like right in that
Yeah.
little cabin. You guys would notice. I forgot to grab my minis.
fuck, dude.
Do you have a point of exhaustion,
Dude.
Mike?
It's okay. I'm okay. I'm well okay.
You can cancel out your point of exhaustion?
No, I just don't use things that require me to roll.
No, I do.
You guys would see this creature sitting up in the tree.
That's a fucking dryad.
This is maybe. I'm not gonna tell you what it is. It's sitting up in the tree.
Did you?
Was this a golf mat?
No,
Where did you get these like dandelions from?
Michael's
outside?
Hobby Lobby.
no, yeah.
Are you
Not
sure?
sponsored.
They look like those things. I remember these things back in the day that like look just like those, and you peel part of it off, and it just become fluffy cotton. You just remember those? And you just
Yeah.
fucking shh, and they just like, and your parents would be like, ah, stop doing that.
All right, I'm gonna get
Where
all
the
your
fuck are
guys'
we?
initiative orders. Give me 1 second.
We're 11.
Boudnick?
24.
The Downick.
Booty Nick.
He's a redneck. I never held it against him.
Right. Willow?
Me and Emberly are 11,
Oh yes, and
So
Emberly.
she's gonna go first.
but I'm gonna go first.
Nazlith?
6.
It's over 9,000. It's over 9,000.
$100,000.
And last but not least, Voltaire.
Dope on the map.
12.
Or, no.
Sorry.
Who did that?
Sorry if that was loud, everybody.
Dumbass.
Oh.
Um,
I leaned over to
That was
look and
amazing.
I knocked the crap out of it. But I was able to.
Okay.
Sure, like a
so you hear one of them.
Oh my god.
One of them. I'm listening.
You hear one of
That's not gonna shoot, she hit it.
one of these people you would assume behind you guys slam into the back of the. What are you doing?
I'm trying to put my character on the map.
We're in the
Slam.
buggy.
You're moving it from our scene, Michael.
Sorry.
Your
horse has died.
God damn you,
Are you
Mike.
outside the buggy now?
I'm gonna be.
Wow, look at what you just did.
You have
Yeah.
the horses down.
He's a selfish person.
It is greedy. He is a greedy person. So you exited.
selfish, not greedy.
responsibility.
So you went first.
dangerous.
You took yours to pop out of the front of the buggy.
I am
back.
going to, if
'Cause you would
possible,
be in
free
the buggy.
action, open a door. Is that possible?
Yes.
Or is that
So
max?
there's going to be one on the left.
Because I will.
The
create a
left
pocket
side,
dimension
closest
right
to
now.
over there. There's a door.
Okay, so
Closest to
that is my
Boudnick.
Matthew. I don't know if you're able to like grab that, but I
Am
would
I
like to. I would like to egress from the left side of the buggy.
So here?
Yeah, I'm going to put down your mask, or I'll just throw it to you half finished. And I'm going to take stock in who is the closest enemy to me.
Am I? Am I on this map?
No, you guys are sitting over here.
We got some dryad things behind us.
Yes, the closest enemy to you guys are going to be the dryads behind you guys, and you're up in this tree, which I'm going to do this.
Where are you?
You do see this flying creature that is rather large, probably about twice your size. And
Are
just
they coming in
looks,
hostile?
it looks like a fungi thing. You're not sure.
So they haven't made any actual attacks.
Make a
against
perception
us.
check.
Natural 20 plus 7, 27.
With a natural 20, you would notice that as you are parked, there are vines beginning to climb your buggy.
Are they trying to
Immobilize
us?
you would
like,
assume that they are trying to hold you there for some reason.
Are they trying to inquire? Like, I want to know, do the guys behind us look like they're coming in for an attack?
Are you getting a peek at the people behind you? Because one of them is on the opposite side that you came out, so you're not going to see that one. The other one is literally up against the back of the door.
There were two behind us, weren't there?
Yeah.
Is there now only one behind us?
From the angle you came out of the buggy,
Okay.
you wouldn't see either.
Oh, fabulous. All right, well then I'm going to...
Because you came out on that side of the buggy.
I'm going
So
to...
unless you started running and turned around, or like peeked around the back.
I'm staying as close to the buggy as possible.
Okay.
And I will pull out my greatsword and look around, and if I don't see anything gainful, I'm just gonna slash at the vines that are crawling up the side of the thing.
Okay. Yeah, start slashing.
Ooh. 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 Oh, yeah. 17.
Yeah, that hits.
Yeah.
You hit the vines?
It's a vine.
Look at how I have
You cut your toe
2d6s.
That one was going to be your damage in your vehicle.
15 points. Nope. 15 points.
Yeah, you watch as the vines that you cut, as you cut them, they split and like wither down. And almost within 2 seconds of them withering down, another pops up.
I'm just gonna be shouting through my mouth.
Wait, it's about time we get on the road, Willow.
And that's it. That's my turn.
Okay, and you're on the side there?
Ooh, wait.
Is your character actually out there?
Yes.
As you knocked over my
And
horses.
at this point, I'm going to also, for my bonus action, I'm going to reach behind me onto my back and take part of my armor off. And it looks like a little, like, kind of, like an oyster shell. And it's going to sprout 2 legs, and I'm just going to huck it on top of the buggy, and I'm going to say, "Stay right there, Stuart!" And then, yeah, he's going to do his thing.
Okay.
He can't do it right now, so.
Yeah, no problem. And that's going to end your turn. We're going to leave you all right there on next to the entrance of the buggy. Next up's going to be Voltaire. Yeah.
What?
Everybody rolled terrible. Yeah.
Okay.
Including the DM.
I'm going to get out the right side of the buggy. And can someone hand me the meaty?
So the only door to the buggy is going to be on the left or on the back, and then there's the window door-ish kind of thing up at the front. You could get out. Well, you could not get out of the front. The others in the group could.
Okay, well then I'm going to get out
You'd have to get out in the back.
of the back.
Okay, so as you kind of kick the back door open, you notice as it swings open, there's a humanoid hanging on it.
Can I see him?
Like alive?
And as the humanoid comes flying around the backside, yes, you can now see.
What else do I see in the immediate vicinity?
You see another humanoid standing to your right, kind of as you get out, wearing that green cloak. And they are both just like dripping with the ooze that you kind of see on the plants that are around here. Yeah.
I'm going to, as I come out, I'm going to be, Nazlet, you stay inside and stay safe, honey, okay? And then I'm going to take a swing at the one that is on the door and say, you get away from my sweetheart, Nazlet.
Okay, yeah, roll an attack.
That disadvantage, right?
Yes, because you are
exhausted.
It's disadvantage.
14.
No, disadvantage.
Is this an ability check or saving throw?
It's an attack.
So no, it'd be that.
My modifier, bitch.
But,
Um,
what?
14.
That's okay. 14
Ooh.
misses.
Okay.
I will then take a second attack
Yep.
at the same little motherfucker. You get away from my dear Nazlik. Aha. That is 22.
That hits.
Yes. Okay, and then as a bonus action, I'm going to cast. Wait, hold on. Bam. Okay, yes. I'm going to cast Thunderous Smite.
Nice.
Then I get to do. Hold on, I gotta figure this out. This is all new to me here. Okay, so I get 1d10
Are you matching this one?
plus 2d6 for the Thunderous
Matching
Smite,
the song, so it's-
plus
Yeah.
1d8 for my improved Divine Smite. That is 9. That is 13 plus 10. 23 points of damage.
Right on. Yeah, and as you hit this person with 23 points of, what'd you do to her?
Slashed her with my glaive that also has a thunderous quality, a little bit of lightning that surrounds the blade, so it does lightning damage.
Okay.
And then also, hold on, there's a little bit of flavor with the thunderous smite, I will tell you.
Perfect. As you slash her, you notice that she's wearing this very long, red, maroon-colored cloth that's almost like her whole body, and around her is a belt of skulls. Her skin is like a bluish color,
Is
and
the
she
target-
has these like small horns that kind of roll back.
Is the target the creature?
Creature v humanoid.
Yes.
Then the target has to also make.
Yeah, it's a humanoid. I'm sorry.
Is that a creature?
No, humanoids are not creatures.
But it has horns?
Yeah,
humanoid.
tieflings are
Tieflings have-
humanoids.
yeah.
Tieflings.
I
This
think
is
you're
not
just
a
trying to
tiefling.
twist things around and fuck me.
No, I was thinking in my head is what was happening.
Okay, so
I'm sorry
then-
you came out
Not a
with that end of
creature.
that.
Okay. But there is an audible thunder crack that can be heard from within 300 feet.
Okay. Yeah,
So
definitely.
And that's my turn.
Okay, that ends your turn. Next up is going to be Willow.
I am
And Emberly.
still on the buggy.
Okay.
I am going to go ahead and take out my fan,
PH.
and I'm going to do a little thing, blah, blah, blah. Gust of wind, boop, 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 towards the woman or figure that's flying.
Okay.
And so my gust of wind is going to be, like, literally in front of her.
Yep.
But for the fact that I can't reach. I'm just over here.
Yeah, I got you. How far can you?
I get
This is why
60
we need a
feet.
different table.
Okay.
No, it's going to be right in front of her. Long ways. Parallel to me.
Parallel to, like, on the ground.
I mean, you're right
Not
here.
parallel to my human form. Me.
So
So-
up and down?
Horizontal.
So you want it to go like that?
That's
Doesn't it
horizontal.
eject from you or
You mean
no?
vertical?
Just turn it this way. Turn, Chris.
Oh, she wants to
no.
create a wall
No, I
between
want to
us.
create a wall between her and us.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Oh.
Yeah. I want to be able to go past. Nope, that's not it. Keep coming.
Bullet.
No,
Bullet.
no.
Who's been
yeah.
drinking here?
Down. Lay it down, Chris.
Lay it down flat.
Thank you. And turn it this way.
What the fuck is happening?
You want it to go between Matthew and Christopher.
Yes.
Straight line.
Oh god, but further enough to her where she's in it. Okay, cool.
Okay.
So I can go across.
Yeah, she's also 20 feet up in the air.
Yep, that's fine.
Whoa.
Okay, how tall is this wall?
Please tell me the other facial expressions in that.
Is 60 feet long, 10
Right, that
feet
should
wide. And then any creature that is 15 feet away from it must make a strength saving throw.
Yeah.
It sounded fake somehow.
So we're good.
Yeah,
She's
I-
fine. She just can't pass
breathed
us.
in and
Okay.
choked on my
Well, what
spit.
happens if she goes through?
So if she does decide to go through it, she must make a saving throw or be pushed 15 feet away in the direction that's following the line. And then any creature in the line must spend 2 feet of movement every 1 foot it moves when moving closer to you.
I have a question real quick. So when we see your magic shit, you don't tell us what it does till we actually go through it. Should you have told him what it does until he tried to go through it?
I mean, it disperses
I mean, he has to know. how
gas.
it does.
Yeah, I
I mean,
guess.
are you
Yeah.
talking
But she
about, like-
hasn't. But she hasn't accessed it yet. wouldn't it be kind of like a surprise?
Yeah, if that creature didn't know what it was, the creature might have tried to go through. But
I'm
yeah,
gonna
Chris
base
knows
it
that.
on the intelligence of that creature and magic. They would have known.
I just
Shouldn't they
wondering
roll an
if we
Arcana check?
But I took out a fan and did
Wouldn't-
gust of
Wouldn't
wind
we have to do an Arcana
instead
check?
of.
Okay, the
You
plus
see what
on
I'm
this
saying?
is
We're not
stupid.
doing
Is
it.
all I'm
like,
saying.
like us versus
I can roll
them.
a 2 and
Yeah,
I'm
like
gonna
whatever.
pass.
So if he were to cast a barrier like she
He's
did,
God.
I know, but like.
But that's not God.
Yeah.
No, but he'll play it as fair as possible.
Will
I,
he?
I have ultimate faith in Chris.
He already
Yeah.
changed the creature to a humanoid.
It's a very intelligent thing.
He just changed the creature in front of our faces.
I'm-
This thing can speak telepathically from a significant distance. I'm pretty sure it knows.
If it helps
like,
you
wind
being the
wall and
I
hero,
do that as well too, though.
you being
but
a
like
hero,
distance.
Yes.
Voltaire,
Okay.
you would know what these are. They're hags, and there's 2 of them.
What
And
about
what
the thing in the fucking trees?
that you don't know.
Do I
what it
see
is.
that?
The thing in the tree?
Yes.
No, not with the wind wall. Now,
I think I'm
all
fine.
you're basically seeing is like just spores, like a spore dust wall, like how we see haboobs here.
Well, this disperses any gas or vapor
Okay.
in that area. So
in that area.
Yeah.
yeah, so what I'm going to go ahead and do
Yep.
is so I'm going to use gust of wind, but can I like free action the Fae to turn them to go like literally parallel to the gust of wind? The gust of wind has a
yeah, so
barrier
you're gonna
between
move your cart.
Yes, staying 15
yes,
feet.
I will
away
let that
from-
be your turn. Your
Yes,
movement is you
movement,
can
yeah.
do cart movement.
Yeah.
The cart right now is still because you guys are in vines. It's a 4-to-1.
Cut them
And
loose.
you, yep. Well, you
On my
cut them
side,
loose,
at
but you
least.
don't have the spell of grasping vines cut loose. You know what I mean? So you're like
Yeah.
cutting a couple. Of
I'm
them.
just trying my best to
yes.
free up movement.
You
that's
would
all.
notice that there's another 100 feet you gotta go.
great.
But as you guys turn, that shortens it a little bit. And yeah, you begin to make that turn to the left with the cart. Your movement is about 20 in the cart right now.
The horse died.
Yeah.
Put the cart
Flew back
about
like
right
one
there.
minute.
Yeah. 'Cause I'm literally staying
Wait, the
like
cart moved?
parallel to it, 'cause
She's
I'm on it.
she's
Oh,
driving
I'm
it.
still in it.
We're
Yeah.
trying to move the car. Let's just leave the horses off.
She's driving it. That's what's gonna happen. So yeah, you would know that half your team's out, half of it's in as you're doing this.
I believe it.
You are with the 2 hags. You're with the 2 hags. You guys are in front of the other creature. Does that end your turn?
And then as a bonus action, I'm going to cast Spiritual Weapon. And I'm going to have this kind of looks like a flowy air humanoid that's kind of just a mist, really, with a staff. And I'm going to have that creature hold its action. That if, like, I'm going to have it pretty much, like, stand, like, it's pretty much going to be, like, to the side of me, to my right.
Okay.
And that if something attacks in melee range with that thing, that is going to attack.
Okay.
Cool.
Perfect. I can put something there if you'd like.
Yeah, if you, I mean, there's not a lot of space.
Put this little dude there.
Perfect, he's to my right, yep.
Yeah, we'll put him just underneath the wall, I would assume, or.
He's to the right, like just, we're
Okay.
15 feet away, yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Perfect.
And that is it for my turn.
Right on. Emberly.
I am going to take out my. There's a window on this side of the cart.
I assume there's windows on both sides, right?
There's windows on both sides. The door's on the left side, though. The right side's just windows.
Okay, I go
And then there's a door in the back.
on the right side, open the door,
Left
and
side.
shoot.
Left side's the door, right side's not. The right
So
side's
closest to the cameras.
Oh, okay. But there's a window on the right,
all
the
sides,
right side.
yeah.
Okay, so I open the window and
Yep.
I shoot my crossbow.
Okay.
at the
At the
woman.
hag.
Yeah, at the woman.
You
Yeah.
got a lucky boy.
Well, the flying woman who's a hag?
Oh no, the flying one's not.
Okay.
The flying woman.
Still under my character. I
Nine.
have aura of.
Their ears. What?
9.
9 misses.
Okay.
Yeah, so you bend out and you fire a shot.
Yeah.
There's also a gust of wind in front of you, which makes it a little tough as well. I don't even know if your arrow would make it through that all the way that well. I don't know how that spell works.
Would you like to
honest
know?
with you. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just curious if it'd be disadvantaged or not, because now she's got a...
Yeah, so it just pretty much it just says that any like creature who's going through it, their movement, it's they spend 2 feet of movement for every 1 foot as they move through it and everything like that. It doesn't say.
Then just shorten the range of the bow then?
Yeah, I think it just shortened the range.
Okay. Perfect.
Alright. And then with my bonus action, I'm going to try to hit it again with my bow.
Yeah, definitely.
Crossbow expert, man. Fuck yeah.
And it's a crossbow.
Ooh, 19, 21.
That'll hit.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
Cool.
You're aiming for the creature in the tree, correct?
Yeah. One.
Not a creature.
I would say, is it a creature?
Entity.
I shouldn't say that, but it's, yeah,
The thing in the tree.
the thing in the tree.
9 points of damage.
Right on.
I don't know. I'm only getting this angle, and I don't know what the front looks like.
And that's all I'm going to
I'm gonna have to switch.
No, it's just.
That's all you do?
You can't
Damn
see.
it.
Okay, perfect. And as you guys end, Voltaire, as the two hags begin to come on either side of you,
Is the second one moving into my space, into my range?
it is.
Reaction fucking, I get,
Okay. Attack it.
Sentinel, I think it is.
Attack it, attack it. Yeah, it's gonna move into your range here.
So yeah, it enters my range. Fucking 16.
16 is going to miss. And as it kind of gets right next to you, as they both approach you, you notice that they both at the same time morph their face to match your face and begin just laughing at you maniacally. As they start approaching you, you go to swing at one, it just kind of dodges you, and it's still looking at you with your own face right now. And it's rather freaking creepy seeing your face on this creature. You see the one comes up, as you're focused on the one in front of you, the one behind you comes up and claws the living shit out of you, maybe.
Maybe. I like the following maybe.
Gotta roll. 19.
Miss.
There you go. Yeah, and as it comes up, you're wearing quite a bit of armor, and it kind of just hits that armor, doesn't penetrate it very well at all, and begins like scratching up your armor.
It was actually the magic that that Zoe gave me.
Crazy.
Yeah. She's a homie.
Crazy. The other one is going to, as it comes up to you, release its hand. And I need you to make a Constitution saving throw. As it
Okay.
throws a cone of cold at you.
Okay, well, now that I am aware of the aura that I have, I get a +3 to any saving throw that I have to make. Would have been nice to know back.
A long time ago when you're being poisoned.
Yeah.
Yep.
It doesn't matter because that's a nat fucking 20.
Oh,
But you're gonna say
snap.
no.
My girl, dude. My girl.
Alright, so you're gonna take half damage.
Hey, that's it, Trogdor.
I like that one.
Don't worry, I've got like a whole list
You
right
can
here.
call me the Burninator. I'm okay with that.
Burninator.
You're like the Zappinator, though.
Yeah.
You're not quite the
The
Burninator.
Boltonator.
The Boltonator. There you go.
Your 37 halved is going to be the cold damage you take.
18 cold.
Yep, from the creature that's closest to you on the board. And they're both now attacking you fairly close with your face. It's kind of gross. Next up is going to be the creature in the tree.
You rolled bad on
I
it.
did.
It's the first time Devin's rolled bad on an initiative. Literally
Don't got
the
that pussy
entire
no
time we
more.
stream.
I think the straw goes with this. No, it just doesn't go to this cup.
God, should have read this beforehand, huh?
That's
Yeah.
the worst, right?
We'll do something real quick.
Hey, if you're gonna retcon something, we need to go back an hour, and I need to
Yeah, I need to
Right.
retcon Tuesday. I need to retcon 4 fucking
characters
things.
here.
Right.
I'm sitting here like I
should
have
have this.
double proficiency
Yep.
on my fucking tool checks.
Yep.
And
Oh, jeez,
yeah, I know. I could have passed
What
like
the
early,
hell,
wait,
man?
like an hour ago. I could be avoiding.
You could have fucking been done with
Yeah.
5 respirators.
With
Oh,
my
yeah.
aura, it's 10 feet around me. We all would have had +3 to our saves.
God damn it!
All save throws.
So you
If
watch
you're
as
within 10
this
feet of me, all save throws.
creature floats down to the
Things we need to
ground.
know now.
Is it within 15 feet of my gust wind?
It is entering your gust wind.
So what it needs to do
He's fucked up.
at this point in time is that it needs to roll a strength saving throw.
He's strong. Come on.
11.
Cool. Needs to be 13. It now is pushed 15 feet away.
Which direction is your wind going?
The wind is going
that way or this way?
It's going the opposite direction of where I'm going.
Okay, so she's gonna get there. Used lever feet. She's going to now. As you throw her away, the plant to the right next to you guys, you watch as she gets a red ball of energy in her hand, and she kind of snaps, and you watch the plant on the just to your left as you're on the front of the truck, just poof, and kind of explode with pores. And I need you to make a
I'm not
wisdom
breathing.
saving throw. Damn, you're right. She does not know that. Let me look at this.
We have cool characters.
We do have cool characters. We have gods for characters, is what we have.
Oh, and we still have the telepathic.
Perfect.
combo
Yeah.
that we can
Good
attach
call.
to this.
And as it explodes, you get just soaked
Botanics
with
face
these
is even
spores.
worse on that.
So does that whole side
wow.
of your guys' carriage. I'm gonna roll saving throws for your horses.
They're fake.
They are fake. That only means so much. They save. You're good.
Goddamn
And your horses are still trying to chug along. The creature's now on the ground.
Is the thing within 5, in melee range of my spiritual weapon?
No.
No?
Well, yes, technically. We
Okay.
didn't put your spiritual weapon on the board, so I don't know where it was.
Oh, well, yeah, you
I remember
did.
you telling me it was in between you guys, so it would be. It would have been on the other side of the.
Okay, so then
wind
he's
wall.
not. So he's not.
Okay, then no.
Okay.
'cause
Well,
she-
I'm asking you.
She failed to enter the wind wall because
Okay.
you pushed her, right?
Right. So
Um,
he's on the right side.
Yeah.
So no, then he's not in melee range with that creature.
The right side being closest to you. So if
If
you're
I'm
looking
close-
at the board,
I'm sitting in the carriage, the right side, this side.
So
right on the right side of
Yes.
the carriage.
Yes.
Right.
So no.
But not on the other side of the wind wall.
Right.
Yeah. No.
Okay.
No. He's right
Okay.
next to me.
Yes. Probably not. but
Okay,
No.
cool. Awesome.
That wind wall's 10 feet thick.
It's a thick boy.
Yep.
Yep.
So no, would not have reached the melee range. Would have gotten pretty close before it just woof kicked back.
Okay.
And once it got kicked back, you notice that it begins following you guys up that wind wall there.
That looks creepy.
As it has its tentacles, kind of it's. You would notice it's floating.
So it starts its turn and then it moves again. Okay.
Yes.
I mean, as long as you don't.
Didn't move its whole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Did it
Um,
use any of its movement?
it did to get
Oh, to
down.
get down, okay.
Yes, which was only 20 feet.
And then it got pushed.
And then it got pushed 15 feet.
How
And then
high
it
is
got-
your
And then it used the rest of its movement to follow.
It is 10 feet
Okay.
wide, 60 feet long.
It will end its
Yeah,
turn
follow.
there. Next up is going to be Nazalith.
Okay. Still being in this cart, I'm gonna bust open the window that's facing the side where the Downick, the Hags, and Voltaire are at. And I'm going to throw my hand out the window, and I'm gonna mutter Ignis, and a green fire bolt is gonna go out towards the Hag closest to the Downick on the right side to me
Right in
of
front of me?
Voltaire. Yeah.
Yep.
That's the one I attacked.
Perfect.
So I need.
You're just reaching out of the cart. You're not getting out. Okay. Yeah, you open the door and you notice that when you slide the door open, it is covered in spores. You did this seconds after that explosion happened on the side of your guys' cart. And as you open it, you kind of see the spores as they're flying off. And then you cast your spell.
19 to hit.
That will hit.
Okay. Put on my fucking face.
See how much she shakes hers?
Yeah, you see that love?
22 points of damage.
Woo!
That's exactly what you do.
I mean, I did roll.
That's what I do for a chomp, because that's all I have room for a chomp.
Yeah, and as this Voltaire-faced hag is attacking Voltaire, you manage to land one right on its back, and it kind of crumbles in. And it looks back up at you, and you see Voltaire's face on the hag.
That it doesn't bother me.
Next, we'll go back to the top of the round with Budnik. Budownik.
Down it.
I really don't like seeing other creatures wearing my friend's face, even though he's not really my friend. He's just
said it.
creepy and
You
weird.
said it.
I did not
Said
say.
it
I
out.
didn't say. I'm gonna launch a fucking pebble
loves
as a.
Lead the Nick, I heard
I
that.
need. I need
feel
the one.
same.
Right? The one that is in between the two of us. I need to make a dexterity saving throw. Fails.
We're not rolling great today.
No, I love it, man.
So I'm casting this at 4th level, and where the hell's my dice at? So that's gonna be. That's terrible.
You're not even in your box, dude.
Hold on, I'm doing math. I'm gonna need you to hold on.
Go ahead. I know him. He did. He's like.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah.
Numbers.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Yep.
What's
Yep.
going
There's
on?
another one. There's another one. Yep. Keep going. Nope.
41 points of damage as the pebble that I picked up earlier and cast Magic Stone on pierces this motherfucker's head, dude. Like, come on, motherfucker. And
Yeah.
just, I'm aiming for base of the skull.
Yeah, you watch as it clobbers the shit out of it enough that its face, like, exits the Voltaire stage, and, like, you are now staring at this gross witch with her face, like, eaten alive in places. You can,
Right
like,
now
see,
it looks just like you!
you can see her teeth through her, like, her
What's a nice try
cheek.
about that? Know how you really feel now.
And she took one hell of a hit on the back. That looks like it hurt her like a son of a bitch.
Someone's in the back
Perfect.
of her
And
head.
then, bonus action, I'm going to command Stuart to start spouting a font of healing energy.
Okay.
So anyone that is within 15 feet of Stuart,
Where is it?
he's on top of the cart.
So
Anyone in the car.
Anyone in the cart, near the cart, on the cart, whatever, 15 feet. He is going to. What's he going to do? He creates a burst of positive energy, and anybody within 10 feet gains 1d8 temporary hit points plus
Oh, you have to roll a d8 then.
Yeah, he
Oh,
does.
he does.
4.
Okay. That's, hey, you know,
What else were you gonna say?
That's a 7 plus 4 is 11. You get 11 temporary hit points
shit.
if you're within 10 feet of him. And he's just going to keep doing this. He's literally just going to open his little clamshell up and point his fucking orifice, his gaping V towards the sky, and just start pouring out like little green plus signs.
He's all like, you're beautiful, inside and out. You have a lovely smile.
There you go.
Stuart, I feel it.
Stuart!
Stuart!
Artificer seems like a dope class.
It's a really dope class.
Yeah.
It's very much so not oriented towards combat. But
Voltaire,
buffing,
you are up.
which is ironic because we're all buffed.
And Willow and Emberly are on deck.
Yep. Yep.
Did Debbie not get to go?
And that's the end of my turn.
She went.
Oh, I'm also going to
Yeah,
take
we
my
did.
full movement to move back towards the cart.
Okay.
Right, but I don't remember you. What did you do?
The stick's up there.
I just shot my
Although I will say it's probably not.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, and as you run back to the cart, you would notice that Nazlith is in the door with it open. The cart is like cut, like mud caked in spores on the side that you are now approaching.
Gross.
And you do have your point of exhaustion already.
Yep.
Yeah, Voltaire, what are you doing?
1 second, I need to look up something that I'm gonna do.
As you have two hags just mauling you, which I forgot.
How does
to roll
the
for
one
advantage.
with the that I hit? How does that one look?
Pretty fucked up.
Perfect.
Like pretty.
That's what I like to do.
It's fucked up.
All right, I'm gonna take my first swing at the one that is pretty fucked up. Okay.
Give it love. Positive vibes. Roll it.
I feel like you still just put it
You're
down.
sending.
What do you want from me? I can't baseball pitch it.
You
I
might as
got
well try.
18.
As you
18.
18 hits.
Okay. Don't describe my failures.
Yeah,
before
I mean
fail.
the reaction was fail.
I have a really plus weapon, so okay.
He needs
18
it.
hits. So that is
Did you not take lucky this time?
ED.
No? I was gonna think about that one. Okay.
D10 plus a D8 for my divine smite that is always active.
Yeah.
Okay, that is 7 plus 5, 12 points of damage on that one.
On the one closest
One I
to me, or
attacked,
you
yeah.
closest to you?
The one that's already messed up, closest to me.
Yeah. Describe how you kill this thing.
Okay. I would like to say, nobody wears my face better than me. And I go, a book! Right in their heart. And I go,
Yeah.
and fry the thing.
First kill of the game, bro. First kill of the game.
First kill of the game!
First kill of the game!
First
Are
kill.
they within 60 feet of the cart?
They are.
I'm going to cast my reaction soul cage,
Okay.
and I am going to draw the soul of the hag out, and it's going to come to me.
Yeah, and as you are leaning out of the cart, you watch the hag just fall to the ground. You reach out and just your eyes hit the back of your head. And as you're approaching her, all you see is just a gray blank face as she kind of whispers something. And a green vine of energy comes up and approaches your hand and just...
And I place the soul into a, well, you guys wouldn't see it right now, but I place it into something.
Perfect.
Okay.
Little,
You ever be...
a little weird.
Oh, that is just something she does. She likes to make herself some friends. Don't think too hard about it. And then I'm going to turn, and I'm going to make an attack on this other hag.
There you go. There you go. There you go.
14 hit.
14 misses.
Okay, wait. Hold on though. Bam. I'm going to use my channel divinity, which makes it a guided strike, which means I get plus 10. So, does 24 hit?
Yeah, 24 hits.
I know that's one.
Look at you and all your buffs.
Dude, I got so many. Okay, that's not a bonus action or nothing, that's just something I can do. I am then going to take my bonus action, and I'm going to cast Staggering Smite. And
What can you do?
target needs to make a Wisdom saving throw.
Right, I was
I'm going to do a D10.
And Matthew,
What?
your false life dice rolled me a nat 1.
And that one when you need
Okay,
it.
so hold on, that's a D10.
just want to fight
And then
it.
that's
You gotta punch
two
it. Key points!
6.
Key points, key points, key points.
Just start.
Oh, and then a D8.
Don't think about fighting. Think
I
about
know.
supporting.
Okay, that is
Because if you support her, she can support even better. Or if you support one of them, she can cast Fireball.
Fireball.
I'm on that.
22 points of damage. That's gonna be.
Fuck yeah, dude.
That's
Fuck
gonna
me
be
up.
9 points of slashing, and then it's gonna be the rest of lightning. Or no.
Wonders.
It'll be 5 of lightning, and then it'll be 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 of psychic damage.
Roll. For a total of 22.
Yes, and then on a failed save, it has disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks, and can't take reactions until the end of its next turn.
Okay. Yeah, it has disadvantage now then. I'm attacking you.
Yes.
Okay, your turn.
Welcome myself.
That's the end of my turn.
Right on. Yeah, and you feel it as this spell takes very well on this hag. Next up is going to be Emberly and Willow, my divine twins.
Divine Twin, activated. I am going to...
Form of bucket.
Form of showerhead.
Shower.
I am going to, while in the carriage, do kind of like an airbendery kind of what. The only spell that I have that is purely somatic, so I do not open my mouth and breathe.
Yeah.
I'm going to airbend Willow Embers, and I'm going to hold said action until my sister uses her action to activate said spell.
Perfect.
As a bonus action, I am going to move my gust of wind wall, and I'm going to.
Is that a concentration?
The gust of wind?
Yeah.
It's part of my fan.
Oh, okay.
So
no.
The spell itself is concentration, but it's my fan that does it, and it's a charge. But it's
But it is a concentration, but it's part of your fan.
But my spell that I'm doing is not concentration.
Okay, that's fine. I will let you. We're gonna let you have this.
Well, my Willow's Embers
honestly,
is not concentration, so you need a concentration versus concentration to not have concentration.
You're good.
Yeah?
We're gonna say you're good.
Thank you.
She is though, right?
I should be good though. I should be good.
Yeah, you're good.
Yeah, because you can cast a spell as long as
You're good.
the bottom and both concentrate.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, sounds right.
I
Yeah.
just want to know because I don't know.
Right. So I'm gonna move my gust of wind directly on top of said crazy bitch.
Okay.
So I'm just moving it further.
Okay.
Can
Does
you
she
make
have
that
to make
more
a save when that
parallel?
happens?
Can you make it more parallel?
When it hits her, does she have to make a save?
What's the
She.
spell that you're using?
She's gonna yell at you.
Do you understand what parallel is, Zoe? Is this
Perpendicular. Perpendicular.
Yes, but move it. So put her underneath it.
Thank you.
Put her right on top of it. So lift her up.
Put her underneath it.
Lift her up. Lift her
You
up.
said put her underneath
Lift
it.
her up. Lift her up. Move her over. Thank you. It's on her.
The lid.
It's on her now
Oh,
since
I
I have
wish
a
I
bonus
read this
action
earlier.
and I can move it.
Yeah.
I hate you.
Know your character, I guess.
Know your character, guys.
It's alright.
And then
We won't retcon the godliness that's about to occur.
am I able to make my movement if I'm holding my action?
You still have your move, so you have a bonus action and an action going. I'm
Yes.
gonna say because this is so happening so quick, yes, you would still be in motion on the horses.
Yep, I want my horse to keep moving.
You would have dropped the reins. I'm gonna say that they're just gonna keep going out of
Cool.
instinct at this point.
Awesome. Can they move?
They can. You would notice though, is as you cross the front of this, you slow to 15 feet.
Well, I should roll over my spiritual weapon.
As you plow through your spiritual weapon.
And that's why you only got 50 feet.
Great.
Hey.
He's really taking
That's good flavor.
Oh, was that bandit?
How do you guys
Oh
keep
my
doing that?
gosh, you guys are ridiculous.
No,
Third
bandit.
time
This
tonight,
has
guys.
never
Third time.
happened.
No,
This happened
bandit.
3 times.
No,
already.
bandit hit it.
Jeez, man.
All right, your spiritual creature, I'm assuming, is staying back or going
Yes,
forward.
he's
Okay.
staying.
That'll be everything else.
Sandbags on that.
I'm terrified.
How does it like go that way?
Right. Can it not?
Yeah.
You need a counter.
Oh, I can see.
You just gotta spin the bottom of it.
Yeah. We'll go to the park and make some sandbags.
Yeah.
Just
Grab
fucking
some
steal it from
We
the
had it for a
playground.
whole
cat
That's
litter.
fucked up.
campaign.
A whole campaign of
And
whistles
also,
not
No.
Never
enough.
happened.
It's because you put us
I-
next to it.
I wouldn't want to steal the sand from the
We'll just
park. That would
we'll
be
put it.
gross.
We'll put it in
Real
the black
low.
trash bag and we'll leave it outside.
So-
in the 100.
So
As you hold, yes.
Yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna ask, is your character or your second being thing is staying there? Is that a concentration spell?
My second being.
Yeah.
Boop, boop, boop. Boopy doo
I
doo.
don't think so either,
Is
but
it a spiritual weapon?
I didn't even know there was a
Spiritual
second.
she has her spiritual weapon.
weapons.
Spiritual
No,
weapon
it's
is
not.
not.
Okay.
Spiritual guardians is.
Holy weapon is.
Yeah, no, you're
Holy
doing good.
weapon.
You're doing good.
Trying to fucking
Okay,
chant.
now
Don't fuck me. I know this
Find
character.
that fucking wedge.
I'm learning as much as you guys are right now.
Cool.
as she's casting
Yep.
Willow's
Embers.
I'm going to cast the Phoenix Tornado and conjoin fire in with her wind.
So now what happens is that creature needs to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
It first falls prone though, and then the Constitution saving throws determine if it gets fire damage.
Homebrew.
So it's Constitution rolled a 21.
Cool. So you do not get any fire damage.
Okay.
However, you are knocked prone.
Yeah, perfect.
Which means that they're half speed, which means to stand up it has to use half its speed, and it's already half.
You would notice that it's floating, so as
It's
it's not, it can't really go prone, but you watch as it kind of like, it doesn't have feet. It's literally hovering.
Oh, okay.
So as you hit it, it does hit the ground, right? And it's like in the process of getting up while all this is happening, and you hit it with this gust of wind. What is the save for the gust of wind?
The gust of wind save
There is no save because you casted it first.
Oh no. That's for
Oh,
spell,
right.
for the knocking prone. It didn't get knocked prone. That's a save DC of 13.
Okay, I rolled a natural 18, so
Okay.
it saves that, so it's
So
not
that
going to be
means-
moving. As it hits
yeah.
the ground, it'll just grip into the ground, and you watch as these huge claws that it has on its hands just sink into the dirt as it begins pulling itself back up. That's going to end your guys' turn?
No, and then I want to use my bonus action and cast Shield of Faith on Voltaire. Wait,
Okay.
is that how you say it?
Voltaire.
Voltaire.
Can you stack that? I was wondering this.
You cannot.
Are you sure?
Okay.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't say anything about not stacking.
You can't stack any kind of spells like that.
It can't add an additional +2 to his AC.
You already added +2 to me.
I read it.
Yeah, so you already added +2.
Okay,
I
then
don't
I want
believe.
to do
I
it.
don't believe. I'll have to check the rules, and I will before our
Googling
next
that.
one. But I don't believe
Can you
you
stack
can
AC?
stack
bonus?
AC bonuses.
Okay, then I want to cast it on Nazareth.
What are you casting on?
Shield of Faith. So you get +2 to your AC.
Didn't talk about the pop tart selection. Fucking inappropriate.
One, I don't like Pop-Tarts, so you can...
What's the matter with you?
At least
might not.
according to Reddit, you can't stack 2 of these
Yeah,
extra spells.
I didn't think you could.
If it was 2 different spells that gave
Right.
that effect, you
Yeah,
could.
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
So
Is
if
that
you're
your
all
turn?
clerics and you are a
Yep.
fucking paladin, you can't stack with
So
like
you,
30.
being in the cart still, right?
Yeah.
You're in the cart still at the door. Yeah, easy to put that spell onto Nazlith. As you guys are kind of starting to pull away from Voltaire and your best friend Budnik. Budownik. Damn it, I will get that
Budnik.
right. Next will be the humanoid thing-esque thing. It is going to...
Does holding action only last for a run round?
Does it have any effect on being in that wind stream?
What?
The creature?
It's going to have to roll a save.
Eerie
Oh,
trees.
that's it.
It did.
Um,
Control save.
and it's going to stand up, which will take half its movement, and it's going to move another 15 feet up to the side of the cart.
Did it pass my guy though?
It
Did
did.
he go within melee so he gets
It
an
did.
opportunity attack?
He does.
It's just so much to handle. Okay, here we go.
Welcome to Love War King, guys.
Does 10 hit?
10 misses.
Cool. Okay, continue.
As it goes by your cart and just through your wind as it's floating, it kind of pops out and starts walking with the cart. That you two inside the cart would see kind of the shadow of it on the spores that are covering the window, as it's a rather large creature. And it's as it makes its way up to the front. How far is it from you?
You have it like right up next to it right now.
Yeah, I was curious just from Zoe, because she would be sitting up, or Willow, I should say. She would be sitting up in the cart. I'm going to say that's going to be 10 feet.
It
So
looks
wrap,
like diagonal, so it looks like 10 feet.
wrap a hand around.
Reach around?
Reach around?
You are not Luca. Not you.
Hey, I'm Zoe saying it.
Alright, then you're within your.
I'm within my means
Yeah.
of comment.
You're acting in character.
Yep. Nothing has changed.
She's 98% Brad, guys.
I'm 100% Brad, actually.
I heard about
No, I'm not. Sorry, I'm
Blah, blah, blah. Is that what you just said?
I'm my least favorite.
So as this is all happening, and it's kind of realizing its situation, and it's kind of moving up to the front, it's going to look back at you, Budownik, and the red tree that kind of poofed an explosion of spores is once again going to poof an explosion of spores. I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Does his respirator help him?
With advantage.
19.
You're welcome.
That is the DC. So you saved. But you start to
Thank you a
feel.
lot.
You start to feel your breathing almost again begin to get harder and harder. And it's a little tough on you. You are exhausted already.
I was gonna say, does exhaustion affect that?
It might affect your saving throws. You might have
It should
saving
if
throws.
its effect is on, it should automatically hinder it or show.
Oh, level 1 of exhaustion is only disadvantage on ability checks.
There you go.
What have you been doing it to?
Is it attack roll an ability check?
No.
No.
Okay. That's until level 3. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, so I'm good.
Okay. Yeah, and you're doing fine. That's going to end its turn. Next up is going to be Nazlith.
Okay. This thing is right up against the cart.
Yeah.
Is there something behind us? What is that? Or is that... What is behind us?
You would know that Voltaire is still fighting a hag. Outside of that, nothing.
She's talking about the spiritual weapon behind the car.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah. You actually would not know what that is.
Oh.
In all fairness,
How close to the cart is it? Like right up next to it?
it's right up against it, where you can like hear it like scraping the top of it with a claw, trying to like climb its way up to the front.
supposed to be,
You would even see a tentacle like slap the window and kind of like go across the window.
Okay.
It's rather creepy looking.
I'm gonna hop out the back of the cart
Okay.
and I'm gonna take. So where's my chick?
Where's your chick?
Over there. In the corner.
In front of the mic.
And I'm gonna back up my full movement 30 feet away from that shit.
I'll put you out right there.
Okay. Decisions. Who do I want to hit?
Careful, Nazlith here.
Okay. I'm gonna turn around towards Voltaire and I'm going to try and firebolt the hag that's attacking him again with my green flame. So I will try and before that though, I'm gonna do a bonus action. And I'm gonna borrow life experience from the soul that I just stole.
Okay.
And I'm gonna roll advantage for the attack.
Nice.
13 to hit.
Misses.
Alright, I'm gonna use Lucky, which is one of my feats, if I can find
Oh,
it.
nice.
Fuck it is. Wait a second.
Can you reroll it? Did you reroll it? I thought you only got to reroll once.
No.
Cool.
Much better. I rolled a. What is my modifier? 26 to hit.
That will hit.
Misses.
Misses.
Okay.
You're attacking the big creature or the
The
hag?
hag. Yeah! 19 points.
Right on.
Advantage to a bitch.
Oh,
Yeah. What spell did you cast?
120.
It's Firebolt.
Okay. Yeah, you turn and cast a firebolt at the hag that is still fighting with Voltaire. And Voltaire, you just watch a firebolt come across and just crash right into this hag.
Good job, beautiful.
Whimpers down a little bit. Hag's still looking all right though. It's not looking the worst. That'll end your turn.
Yes.
All right. Top of the round, Nick.
Okay.
Voltaire, you're next.
I'm going to.
Did it not get a turn to attack me?
It
Did not.
did not, but we won't write on that. DM forgot. You're good.
You got
Well, I asked
three.
because his next attack's supposed to be a disadvantage, remember?
Yeah, it is.
I mean,
Oh no, he attacked you before the other thing moved, so you're fine. I did actually attack you. I
I'm really
missed.
worried about
Yes.
this.
Okay. I'm going to anime run
No,
up into
That's
the.
Naruto.
No, that's Naruto.
no, that's anime run. I'm sorry.
it's
That's
not.
That
not.
is Sonic the Hedgehog.
I'm
That is.
sorry.
Okay, no.
That is.
Yeah.
One Punch
no.
Man. One
Anime.
Punch Man
No,
runs very like.
yes.
One
brick.
Punch Man is anti-anime.
It's the
That's-
best. It is the
that
best.
No, that's his whole thing. He's like.
I run
anti-anime.
as far as I can
Yeah.
without getting involved with the wind wall.
Yep.
And I'm going to turn, and I'm going to, as I'm running, pull out a rubber bat and squeeze some paste into my hand, and then also run that hand across this like nice little pocket, this little lever right here, and it's going to drop some sulfur into my hand, and I'm going to bring my hands together and go achoo, and throw a fireball at it in a very particular way so as to not involve the cart.
Okay. Yeah. So you're gonna kind of almost put it into the wall.
Yeah.
Okay. And it's got to roll a. What is the save? Like, what
17.
kind is it? What
Dex
kind?
save.
Dex save. It rolled a 16 plus 2.
Fuck you.
So it got an 18.
Oh.
So yeah, it sees the deck save coming, and it kind of like ducks below.
Woo! Look at that. Look at that.
Nice. Double sixes, baby.
My false life dice.
Good for players, bad for DMs.
19.
I'm using the fungus ones now. It makes sense. It's energy.
Oh.
Right.
8 points of damage, which is very hurtful.
8?
Hey,
8
stop
points.
it.
Oh wait, I'm sorry, no. Points of damage.
Hell yeah. Yeah, and as your fireball kind of crashes, you see the majority.
Fireball. It's not a bolt. It's
Sorry,
a ball.
fireball. As your fireball crashes into the ground, you watch as the wind wall pulls it back towards you. And very little of it manages to land on the creature. As it begins to start tearing at the cart, next step's going to be Voltaire.
Hey, goddamn fucking wind. Sorry, what?
Voltaire is going to spin around his staff and then bring it down right on his head, his hag's head
Okay.
for the first attack.
Yeah, definitely.
That is a 23.
Okay.
And
Hits.
that is
I don't know if I have to say that.
D10
Definitely
plus
fucking hits.
D8 of damage. So that is 14 total points of damage. That is 5 of which will be electric damage. Boogie woogie woogie.
Boogie woogie woogie.
Perfect.
How's it look?
It's looking fightable.
Okay. Then I'm gonna crack it down, and then I'm gonna take a bonus action.
Yep.
And I'm going to bring the butt of my glaive up and hit it with that,
Perfect.
which is different stats.
It is a different stat. It has its own, shockingly.
I roll to attack. It uses the same modifier. It's just a D4 for damage plus a radiant damage. So attack.
Damn.
Nat 20.
Right on.
Nice.
First kill and first battle nat 20 of the
So
day.
2 D4s.
No. What did?
What?
It wasn't for
And
like
then
a attack.
I've gotten multiple.
He didn't get to
20s,
double
I'm
his
sorry.
dice.
No, that is the first attack roll. It's not 20, but I
Oh
got
yeah.
the first 20.
So that
Bow, bow, bow,
is
bow.
5 and 3. That's 8. Plus 5, so 13 points of damage. 3 of which are lightning.
How much?
What?
How much damage?
Is
5.
Damn, that's 27 points of damage.
5. Hold on.
Damn!
And I haven't done the second attack yet. Hold on. 5, 8 plus 5, 13 points of total
Okay.
damage. How's it looking?
It's looking rough.
27
Okay, so
plus
after
13.
I bring my butt back down, I'm gonna re-smash down the front of it on its head.
Okay.
So I get 2 attacks, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's your character, man.
26.
That'll hit.
That is D10.
You're rolling well all of a sudden.
I know, D10.
Right, when it
Well, I get
matters.
plus 10, so.
That helps.
You needed it.
That helps. I love playing a paladin personally. It's fun.
8 points of damage.
Yeah, not the best attack, but it'll do, donkey.
Altogether, that's pretty good.
Yeah, and it's starting to look rough. You still got a couple more hits on it, you would think, the way you're beating on it, but starting to look rough as it looks at you, and it still has your face, by the way. The rest of its body looks like it's beginning to rot.
As I'm hitting
and
its
get
head, I'm
pretty
like,
nasty.
take your face off my face!
That'll end your turn. Emberly and Willow, you are next.
Okay, I am going to go ahead and have my spiritual weapon make a move on the thing that's coming at us.
Okay. So yeah, your spiritual weapon moves up.
Yep. And then it's going to go ahead and attempt to attack.
It's on the other side there now. Yeah, it's in melee range.
That's nat 20.
Nice.
So 28 hits.
Yeah,
Just barely.
28 hits.
28 hits. Okay, this is my first time rolling for double the damage. How does that work?
You
Roll.
double
Roll
your
the dice.
damage dice.
Double the quantity
So if it
of
says
dice.
like 2d6, you now roll
So-
4d6.
So it's 1d8.
You roll
2d8.
2d8.
Okay.
1d8, wow.
Alright, let's roll that down.
At level 14?
Yeah,
Level 1 attacks, dude.
that's fair. This thing has yet to hit you, really.
So that's 16 points of.
Good roll.
That's a bonus action.
Yeah, it is. Yep. I think that's radiant damage? Or. I don't know what the meteor is.
Oh, you're good. 16 points of damage?
Yep. Damage from my spiritual weapon, that's my bonus action.
Oh, never mind, then that's good.
What level do you cast spiritual weapon at?
Only at level 2. As a bonus action.
Yeah. It's a bonus action to maneuver it and whatnot, but there's different rules for it. Spiritual weapon, there you go.
Do you not get a modifier to your spiritual weapon?
She does. She already used it.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
And we're learning level 14 characters.
Cool. And then for my actual action, I'm going to go ahead and do let's just. No, she hasn't taken any damage, right? Did she take damage?
Which
No.
one? The one in front of me?
It's taking a little bit of damage, yes.
Little
I was
bit of
taking damage. I fucking threw a
Yeah.
fireball at that
It's
motherfucker.
taking a couple things of damage.
Okay.
Definitely
It
took
was
some
a
damage.
terribly thrown fire.
I'm going to go ahead
Take that back.
and cast harm
Okay.
to it. So it needs to make a Constitution saving throw.
Of what?
16.
Alright, it rolled an 18 plus 4.
Okay.
22.
So I need to roll 14d6 and half that.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14! Yay! I have just enough! I'm gonna roll half.
Good lord.
Ha! And then I'll roll the other half. Cool. So that's 15, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27,
This guy.
28, 29, 30, 31, 35.
Get the fuck out.
39. Oh, that was a 6. 39. 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 40, 48, 48, 49, like 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57. So 57 divided by
Holy
half.
crap.
Yep, 28
No. Yes.
points of damage.
Yep.
Damn!
You guys made me question that.
That-
Missed
could've been.
opportunities. Missed
The
opportunities.
one right next to the cart.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
What was the damage half?
Because they
It threw a saving
successfully
roll.
threw a saving throw.
And that'll end your turn?
I'm still gonna make my movement. with
Yeah,
the cart.
as the cart moves, you will notice that she is now hanging on at this point. I'm going to roll a strength check for her to make sure.
Lower it up.
But
Probably
yes,
really terrible.
with an 18, she's still holding on to the cart as it begins to move, and it's a little more. It's been a little slow, to put it that way.
Okay.
Emberly, what are you doing?
I'm going to throw Bruce Flame
Okay.
at the woman holding her cart.
Okay.
12 points of damage.
Just roll ahead.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
No, it's a
No, she doesn't have
no,
to.
it's
Okay.
my spell.
12 points.
It just hits.
Yep, it just hits on that.
Sick.
Yep.
Yeah,
Nice.
and then I'm going to hit it with my crossbow.
Okay.
Does that have any disadvantage
13.
from not being knocked prone?
It's no longer prone. That was 2 rounds ago.
13.
13 misses.
Okay. And that's all I'm gonna do.
Okay. And as your turn ends, the creature begins crawling up to the front, and it's going to make.
No.
Well, if it's at the start of its turn, it needs to make a strength saving throw.
It is. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
It is yes.
So it rolled a 9 plus 6, which is 15. What's the save?
13.
Okay, so it saves. As
Did
it crawls
get out
up,
of melee range with my guy,
it
though?
did. You can roll
So
an
it's
opportunity attack.
That's just the fan itself.
You can roll an opportunity attack for your guy as
Is your sword DC?
it makes
Well,
its way
the
But
fan itself is
for-
13.
oh, gotcha.
up to the front,
Where's your stick?
behind me somewhere.
Yeah. Doesn't hit.
Okay. Sorry, I gotta look at this real quick.
You
But I
can't
mean-
use
but I
my
mean-
claws against me. But
I mean, if I'm being perfectly fair, it would be proper to declare that.
Okay. So as it comes up to you, you're gonna feel a couple tentacles begin wrapping around the front of the carriage. Then you're gonna see a very long, thin hand with massive claws dig its way into the side of the carriage as it pulls itself up to you. It's going to take 2 attacks on you, which are both weapon attacks. A 20 and a 25. Do both hit? Yes? Okay. And it's going to be... So the first attack, you are going to take 19 points of bludgeoning damage. And another 6 points of poison damage as the first one whips right into you. The second one, you are going to take 20 points of bludgeoning damage and 8 points of poison damage. As the second tentacle whips into you. As this happens, she's going to make a strength check to try to break the glass on the side and stick in her one of her last tentacles. And she rolled a nat 20. So she breaks the glass of the cart, shoves her tentacle in, and begins spewing out spores.
Emberly's
anyone else
still on there,
farting?
right?
Emberly, I'm going to need you to
Starts
roll
to tell when you start
a...
spewing.
That's so weird. I do that all the time.
I'm going to need you to roll a Constitution save for me.
Almost every day.
Spewing Tentacle is actually my nickname.
20. Non-nat.
Non-nat 20. And you save from this spell, but you do feel almost like an energy pulling you towards this entity that's outside, almost like you almost feel for it and you want to help it. And then suddenly that's pulled away as you realize you are just stuck in this cloud and can't see.
The cart's still moving though, yeah?
And the cart is still moving. It has one more turn. Actually, it's going to quickly use a legendary action to gain another turn as well. So it's got 2 more turns. It's going to start hitting the driver again. Wow. One's a nat 1 and one's a nat 20.
Oh my god.
Cancel out?
No, unfortunately. So as you get hit with the first 2, the third one comes by and it hits the just right above you, and you watch as where it impacts, it's starting to splinter the wood there. The next one's going to hit you. I'm sorry to do this.
No, you're not.
Don't lie.
Oh, I rolled so low, it's gonna be like lower than your other ones. 23 points of bludgeoning damage. Oh wow, and then the 2 8s. And another 16 points of poison damage as that one hits you. And you are now starting to feel poisoned as you've managed to save yourself from that. You're beginning to feel yourself being drained with each hit. And we are going to end tonight there in the middle of our battle. And we will pick up here next time.
Damn it!
Woo!
We've been going for a while.
It's that strong, fuck.
Well, I will tell you guys that you've hit it for 76 points. Yeah, you guys got a ways.
Yep,
So
yep,
we
yep.
are going to end tonight there. We will have this episode posted
I don't
on
know, I
YouTube
feel-
shortly. Thank you for joining us. Yeah, that was kind of fun. Oh, and I got to remember that the hag's there, and it needs a turn before our next start.
So you want to give it a turn right now?
Yeah, might as well do it right now.
Dude,
Top
just
of
do
the
it right
round,
now. It's
dude.
gonna miss me.
Top of the round.
Damn. Okay.
It's at
Still
disadvantage.
not top of the round,
It's
but
at disadvantage.
What's the hags go? They don't. Isn't it top? Aren't they
Yes.
the last ones to go?
No,
they're
I'm
not.
last. Oh,
Nazareth is
Well, might as well
last.
let you go.
yeah.
yeah,
Why
let's
don't we
just
just finish
top
out the
the
round?
No, it's fine. We will. We'll get this guy to attack you real quick at disadvantage. It's going to take a claw attack. Its disadvantage is going to be a plus 7,
Might as well.
19.
Yes.
Yeah. So as it continues to claw into you, the tons of shields you are wearing, or armor you are wearing, the very brilliant armor you are wearing, manages to keep deflecting it for you. You don't even have to make the movement. It's just too powerful for this entity to get through. Yeah.
Do I want to go real quick?
It's up to you. Do you want to go real quick?
Yeah, we can
Okay,
just do
okay.
top of the round.
Hey, I like this. I'll keep playing this. I like it. Let's keep going.
So I'm gonna try and cut. Bonus action to do borrowed experience from the soul
Okay.
that I took. So I'm gonna try and hit it for firebolt.
The hag.
Yes. Oh my god, I keep doing this.
Let's start my turn.
I'm gonna do lucky again because I rolled like shit.
Yeah, definitely.
Isn't she lucky? Mixing 2 songs there.
She's
Nat
so
20.
lucky.
What's
Nice!
What's the Britney Spears lucky song? How does that go?
Oh, I have no idea. Don't ask me.
She's a lucky.
She's a star, but she cry,
9 points of damage.
Oh my god.
9 points of damage.
nothing.
Wait,
Wait,
what does 20 do again?
You roll another.
You
So it
roll.
was 3d10, right?
Yeah.
You roll all 3d10 again.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay, so it's 9 for the first set, and then
Oh gosh.
6 for the next.
What the fuck?
I know.
You rolled 6d10s.
Not the best of rolls.
Oy.
And what spell was that?
It was firebolt. So
Firebolt.
My
Yes.
green flame goes out.
Yeah. So you guys watch as another green flame exits the hand of Nazlith and smacks this
The hand of Nazlith.
hag right in the
Sounds
face.
so fucking
The hag
cool.
is now beginning to look a little rough.
A little rough.
A little rough. It still has some fight in it.
Fuck you, hag.
And since we are now at the top of the round, we will end there.
There we go.
That feels neater.
Yeah, I guess.
Cleaner.
What are
Boy.
notes, you know? thank you for joining us. Hope you guys enjoyed episode 1 of Campaign 2.
Episode 1! Campaign 2!
Rather nervous for me on the first fight, but it's going well so far. I didn't overpower this.
If you kill
Well,
my
it's
character,
pretty
We'll see.
well,
I'm so pissed.
well, we'll see. You guys keep rolling very well on your saves, and if not,
The only person I could possibly sing myself.
but yes, thank you for joining us.
No, it goes the other way.
Again, go find nimt.art on Instagram.
I thought it
She's
was
dope.
T.
No, it is
NMTR.
mt.art.
Yeah, don't try to mess with me.
I wasn't. I literally
Don't try to mess with me.
No,
Right
yeah,
now.
right.
Also, go check out thedungeonforge.com. They make some cool minis. They
Baby Pink
made
Cactus.
ones for our one shot. Yeah, Baby Pink Cactus on Instagram. That was our halftime video of
Also, did
person
make sure
painting
you
the
check
beholder.
our comments and see if anyone.
Yeah, we had a giveaway.
Oh, yeah,
we had a
giveaway.
giveaway.
Yeah, one person.
Yeah, we did.
But that's okay. We got a couple.
Nice
So
pieces,
we'll
too.
look at the giveaway and we will announce that in the next day or two.
Dope,
Yes.
dope, dope.
Thank you very
I
much.
say we announce it next episode, but that's just me.
No, we'll announce the next
Alright.
day or two. We'll announce the next day or two. But yeah, thank you very much. Have a wonderful night.
Happy travels,
and
guys.
Bye!
bye.